to the new thing isn't global warming or isn't Ukraine or isn't COVID. Now it's the Muslims. And I don't like a lot of the stuff Israel's doing. I think they stood down. I think it was a false flag. I mean, I think real Islamicists attacked, but it was clearly money Biden sent. But what's the larger picture here with Harvard and the big universities endorsing this? We got a lot to talk about in the 45 minutes or so we've got him, and I'm going to cover some more news after he leaves us in this hour before the next guest joins us. But clearly we said another big war is coming. That's going to be the distraction from the COVID deaths, all the rest of it. And now they're trying to trigger a holy war. Obviously, you get boosted big on Twitter and everywhere else, Hotep, where you're already reaching millions a day if you got on the bandwagon. But clearly the establishment is trying to create some type of clash of civilizations here. Hotep Jesus, thank you for joining us, hotepjesus.com. And the people can also find you at Hotep Jesus on Twitter and menofhonor.com. So, Hotep, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Oh, absolute pleasure, Alex. So, yeah, so your take on Israel's pretty much similar to my take. Obviously, the timing is convenient. We have election season now here, a.k.a. grifting season. Nikki Haley has proven to be a supreme grifter herself after her comments on Fox last night. But what's the bigger story here? Well, first of all, the next distraction is to create something domestically, right? Create some sort of event domestically. Now, it's been happening in spurts here and there. You have protesters clashing. You have Grand Central Station being attacked by pro-Palestine protesters. You have Jewish people being attacked. A lot of different skirmishes have taken place on domestic soil. Much of this planned, much of this known by the elite rulers. And that was one of my fears early on, where there's conflict in the Middle East, and because of all the vitriol on social media spilled into our streets. Now, much of this stuff, as we know, Hamas in Palestine has been supported by George Soros. Black Lives Matter supported by George Soros. We've tracked down some of these protests between the pro-Palestine socialists, but I think Stop the War Coalition is one of them. And Jeremy Corbyn is partly behind some of these protests. So what we have is a communist socialist takeover of another people's struggle. But what's the bigger story that's happening here? Well, while everybody's distracted by the Middle East, what we are experiencing is a complete and total financial transformation where money is going to change how it operates.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand?
You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
They got statues of Satan up in America. What's going on, man? Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
What's good, people? Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep. Hotep to the chat.
Hotep.
Hotep to the Hoteps. Hoteps to all my Hotepistanies. We got a lot to get into. Shahan in the chat. What up, Shahan? What up, Heather? Heather, I got to get you a wrench. Hold on. Boom. There you go. Had to make sure you got you a wrench. Jay Pylon, Jack Reeves, the Hotep. What up, Jack? White Mike here. White Mike, we got to talk this weekend, man. We got to chat this weekend. Protocol, what up, bro? Goldstein, Strong Dad in the house. What up, y'all? All right, let's dive right into it. I don't want to waste too much time. We got some yay clips we got to play. We got to what's in the bag? Hold on. We got a new movie trailer. We got some yay clips. And we're going to talk about Satan. I got so much stuff in the bag right now. I don't know if we're going to get through it all, but we got an action-packed show for y'all. We're going to start right here, though. We're going to start right here. Little light mood real quick, just to set it off. We got this video submission here from Protocol. Protocol runs down on Santa. Let's see what happens. Hold on.
One time, man, we out here with my boy Santa. I told him I'm looking for the ho-ho-hos.
And I got him on the way.
Hey, it's going down, man. Merry Christmas, y'all. Be good. Stay great.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Santa said he delivering the hose. What's going on? Hold on, let me put the chat over here. I like it over here. All right, let's get right into the get right and into. So, well, hold on. First of all, let's set the stage. You know, I got to set everything up first. Okay, so let's start right here. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk posted his tweet. Hold on. Why does it not center my shit when I need it to? All right, there we go. All right, so Charlie Kirk says here, Michael Cassidy just beheaded a monument to Satan inside the Iowa State Capitol building. The Satanic Temple of Iowa is pressing charges, and Cassidy is facing fourth-degree criminal mischief. Turning Point USA is proud to pledge $10,000 to his legal defense fund. We stand with Satan's Slayer at Vote Cassidy. That's amazing. Okay, so they just got $10,000 to throw around like that. Must be nice. First thing when I saw this story, Goldstein put this on my plate last night I think it was. And I threw it, he said it's for the Grift bag, so I threw it in the Grift bag. I ain't think nothing of it. I woke up this morning and everybody was talking about this shit. So, good eye on Goldstein for spotting this story. But I was like, the question I had is like, why are they putting a Satan statue up in the first place? And then we'll get into the nuances of all of this. So first, let's play this clip from Fox News of this guy explaining himself. So let's go there now.
Approve of that kind of activity. We started the After School Satan Clubs to offer an alternative to other religious after-school clubs.
Wait, hold on. First of all, time out, yo. First of all, this nigga's missing an eye. That's first off. First off, he's missing an eye. That's the first red flag. Second of all, after-school program for Satan? America's not a serious country, yo. All right, let's go back.
Clubs that are in school districts, some of them specifically meant to proselytize and convert children. And there was a recognition that a lot of parents didn't.
So he wants to actively convert children to Satanism. This is wild.
Approve of that kind of activity, but we're using after school clubs as kind of a daycare. So we wanted to give them an option to send children to something that wasn't going to proselytize because
Satan's daycare. Yo, white people, I need y'all to get your peoples, yo. I need y'all to come on, internet. Fox, I wasn't done watching that story, man. Come on, let me do my thing, man. This is absolutely insane.
we started the After School Satan Clubs to offer an alternative being run by the Satanic Temple. Our after school clubs don't contain items of religious opinion and don't proselytize. We often run into the question then people give pushback and say, well, then why is it the After School Satan Club? Why couldn't you call it something else? Why would it be, why not be something different? And our thing is we're denigrated enough. People don't understand a lot of the pro-social values we rally around. We want people to know we're active in the communities and we're doing productive things, and we want to do these kinds of things in our name. We don't want to proselytize to kids, but we want people to recognize that we're here. And further, we feel that if we didn't put our name on it, if we were trying to keep that in the background, I think people would have even stronger objections still. Well, originally, we had a really kind of complex curriculum, and we had consulted people in the field of education, and we really wanted to build something that would, be a fruitful endeavor for the kids. And then it got a little too elaborate, and we realized that kids are coming to an after-school club. They're not going into a degree program. So we kind of walked back on that and moved back towards a more kind of self-directed learning process where we have games, puzzles, activities, and other things that are educational for the kids, but they can choose which ones they want to work with. And there's people on hand who represent the club who will then guide the children through what the activities mean, what the lessons are, what the solutions to the puzzles are, and that type of thing. Well, I really hope that the after-school clubs are just a landing place for the people who feel like the other clubs aren't an option for them and do feel that there's a heavy-handedness to the proselytizing in other clubs, and just a kind of place where people who feel like they're a part of our community can come and meet each other and have this kind of educational program. There's always pushback. There's always controversy whenever we open up. But I think it's important for people to realize that they don't have to engage with this. They don't have to send their kids. We're not here. We're not after them. If they don't want any part of it, we don't want them to be any part of it. And I feel like even if they object to what they think we stand for, they should value the government neutrality that we have here in the U.S. as part of our religious freedom that we should maintain and we should strive to uphold.
Wow. All right. Let's get to the getting to. Let's come back here. Let's go right back here. We got to bring it right back to Charlie. All right. So this thing is actually inside the Iowa State Capitol building. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on in Iowa. And I'm not even quite familiar with Satanism or the satanic cult or whatever these people represent. I think I was speaking with Taylor, and Taylor was telling me about these people and how they're like not actually, what did he say? They like not actually evil and they don't actually worship Satan. It's just like a marketing gimmick or some shit like that. I forget what he told me. I'm probably butchering it, but apparently these people aren't evil and they don't believe in, bad things, right? Let's put that aside, right? And again, don't quote me on that because I can't even begin to fathom what is the truth regarding people who are following this Satan worship stuff, right? Or whatever Satanism is. But I want to come back to the breach in principles. The breach in principles. Remember when the left was running around tearing down statues left and right? And the right was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then the right just turned into the left. I believe this is another example of the right turning to the left, right? Now, again, a right is always desperate to find a new hero because their situation looks so bleak. So they resort to meaningless gestures like this. You done took down, a statue. All right, big fucking whoop. What actually changed, right? Like nothing actually changed in your life. And now he's going to go to jail. And then now we're committing tens of thousands of dollars to his legal defense fund. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, if you guys have this type of money just flying around, you should start building your own Hotepistan.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Why aren't conservatives building their own Hotepistan? That's what I want to know. You know, they should be building schools with this money. They should be building universities with this money. They should be supporting, you know, I guess, conservative schools. Wouldn't that be better use of this money? But again, supporting the hero that they wish this guy would be. And I'm sure there's probably something in their past that they don't like, and they're going to be like, and then they're going to go have to, you know, pull back or something like that in the future. I mean, this guy's no hero of mine, right? Like, I can't say he's a hero of mine. He took down the head off of a statue. Like, I don't know if I can call that brave. It's not like the statue could fight back. Now, if it was one of them Elon bots, you know, that'd have been a win. I'd have been right there with him. He took down, you know, one of the Terminator bots. But this thing, you know, it wasn't functional. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't facial recognition scanning or nothing like that. It's harmless. Last point I want to make on this, then we're going to go to the Kanye stuff. The Ye stuff. Thought we were all about religious freedom. We were all about First Amendment. So if they want to put up a Satan statue in Iowa Capitol building allows it, you gotta let that shit rock. Well, you know, I think what you need to do is you need to take your kids to go see the statue and say, look, these are the weird motherfuckers that exist in the world. This is the type of shit that they put together. Don't be like these motherfuckers. You always need an example to show kids what not to be like. And when you take it down, it's just like, okay, well, now they're just going to erect a bigger one. Descendant of Loki said, I know some of them, they're cool. A lot of it is trolling Christians. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they're just like trolling Christians. Let them have their symbolic victory. Yeah, I should, right? It's just weird because, again, stand on principles. You believe in religious freedom and freedom of speech. And why the left taking down statues? And again, it just comes back to this. Let's see if I can show you. It's right here. Let's put this on your screen. Right here. This is what the right is a victim of. Horseshoe theory. Where you go so far right, you end up left. Where you go so far left, you end up right. I mean, the left has gone so far, they ended up right. Especially now with the conflict in the Middle East. And the right is going so far right that they are now on the left. Absolutely insane. I wouldn't recommend anybody worshiping Satan, mostly because it just sounds bad, right? From my ignorant point of view. It just sounds like an unproductive thing to do. However, I would also advise people to stand on principle. I got a question is, well, I guess they had the nativity, right? They had the nativity there. So that is their representation. But like I was telling the left, you know, instead of taking down statues, put one up. Erect your own statue. Pause. Where are your statues? Who are you going to make? Has the right erected a statue? I cannot wait to erect a great statue. You know, we're gonna have to put up several statues. Who should we make a statue of? Hotepistan needs to have a great monument. Who should it be? I feel like it needs to be a woman. I don't know why. We need to erect a great statue in Hotepistan. Who should it be? Who should it be? Maybe it should be Strong Dad, you know, because he looks like one of those Greek gods, and him doing one of his poses. And we put up a statue of Strong Dad in Hotepistan to represent the might and the fitness of Hotepistan. You know, this is the way. A Goldstein statue, if we do a Goldstein statue, the shit's got to be 20 feet tall because he's 7 feet in real life. Project Rook. Let's put up a Project Rook statue. I like that idea, Steph. Red and Method Man. I'm not opposed to that. Ann Coulter. The right should put up a statue of Ann Coulter. Khalid Muhammad, a Khalid Muhammad statue would go hard. Hotep. Goldstein said, I don't know who, but it should rhyme with Holstein. Malcolm X, Shaka, Dick Gregory. Oh, Dick Gregory statue would be fire. If we do Shaka, we got to do Shaka with the one lock. Shaka with the one lock was undefeated. So again, what's the mindset here, right? Because we got to take lessons from all of this. You're thinking about what to tear down, but are you thinking about what to build up? You're thinking about what to tear down, but are you thinking about what to build up? You are thinking about what to tear down, but are you thinking about what to build up? It's a great question. It's a great question. All right, let's go to the Ye shit. Ye's wilding again, per usual. This is par for the course. I want the long clip. Yeah, here we go. I want the 10-minute clip. Here we go. Let's play the 10-minute clip of Ye. Looked like Yes Jules got kicked out doing too much yapping while he was talking. If Ye is in the middle of a rant, just shut up. Let that nigga rant.
No, none of y'all motherfuckers here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody at, and I don't want to hear shit from none of these Jewish niggas talking about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasternak followed me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample. You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak, pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasternak, Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? And then niggas be hanging around these niggas just for the money or some Mike Rubin shit. I slap the shit out of Mike Rubin. I see that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck these niggas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Because guess what? These Yeezys gonna sell. They sabotaged the show today. They sabotaged the Instagram. They cut off the fucking Adidas contract. They did all the shit. Then they want to go get light skin Ye. You gotta understand. That's Jerry. His real name is light skin Ye, bro. Deadass, he told me that was his name. It's light skin Ye. They want the light skin version. They want a George Floyd. They want a Virgil. They don't let me speak of this.
See, Jules doing too much clout chasing. We done seen her face twice already in 1 minute. Too much clout chasing. Just keep the camera on Ye, sis.
Funeral. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5 white people not let me speak in further. None of y'all niggas and Drake, nigga.
When you, that's the thing, I never been one to start taking pictures of myself when I'm with famous people. You already did. If you're in the building, you've done the work. You've done the work. You've made it. You're in the building with important people. You know, I've been at dinner with, Alex Jones and others, and I turned my phone off. I'm like, I don't even want my motherfucking phone to be recording whatever the fuck Alex Jones is about to say. You know what I'm saying? This is a private conversation. I turned my phone all the way off. Most people would have pulled it out and been snapping pictures. Nah, don't be a groupie. Just take your status. You're in the building. You don't got to show off to everybody in the world you're in the building with Ye. It's not important.
Hey, hold on. Be quiet while I'm talking, baby. Drake, I love you. I'm going to get the tattoo. But any of y'all niggas, Trav, Drake, whoever, y'all got to show up. And don't tell me I'm talking crazy. Y'all niggas, I motherfucking Pharrell and me. Hey, come on. Me, Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this shit together. We all in this shit together. And we all dealing with a lot of... And what I'm telling you, a lot of people had shit to say about my Jewish comments, but ain't nobody in this motherfucking room, and none of y'all entertaining niggas ever said nothing when I was praying to see my kids one of the last days, what's my nigga that got fucking locked up for the Megan Stallion shit?
Oh, Tory.
Okay, look. So Tory Lanez called me. We were saying prayers. We were saying prayers on the phone together. And I prayed that day. And y'all saw that shit. And y'all saw when I couldn't see my kids, when I couldn't see Chicago too. All y'all niggas on Instagram got some shit to say. Y'all niggas saw this shit. Don't tell me about my fucking political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money, nigga. It's our country, nigga. It's I ain't stolen from us. It's pyramids, nigga. It's pyramids. It's St. Louis, nigga, Missouri. They stole it. All the shit. America.
He done went full Hotep.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
He done went full Hotep, said it's pyramids in America. Said we been here before. That's that Hotep Jesus on Joe Rogan talk. You know what I'm saying? HJ ran up on Pearly thing. She's not important though. That's not, you just compared Pearly things to Kanye West. It's not the same. Me trolling another influencer is not the same, sir. It's not the same. Poor comparison. And the fact that you would put her in the same level as Alex Jones and Ye. Matter of fact, where's the timeout button? I gotta put this motherfucker in timeout. How many? I got options now. 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Chat. How long should I put this motherfucker in timeout for that belligerent ass comment? These are my options. 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 24 hours. What's his timeout, chat? Huh? We got to sentence this motherfucker right now. Somebody, Grifty said 3 years. What's this motherfucker sentence for putting how you even mentioning her name in my motherfucking chat? In my chat. You mentioning that woman's name in my chat? They said 30 minutes. Where you at? You got a 30-minute. Don't delete it, Steph. I'm about to put his ass in timeout. 30 minutes. Boom. Gone. How dare you? How dare you challenge the God?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Let's go back while I was rudely interrupted.
America, just the latest bitch that been ran through so many times. The Greeks hit her. Mansa Musa hit her. We had her. The Indians and shit. The motherfucking pilgrims is the Jewish niggas. They dress the same, nigga.
Oh my God. Oh shit. I gave him 30 minutes. He got a 30-minute timeout. Yo, that nigga just said the pilgrims was Jewish. He said they're the same people. Technically, they're Protestants, I believe. Yeah, she ain't on a soundboard. You feel me, Jesse? She ain't on a soundboard. Ye is in rare form. I'm loving this.
It's the same shit. That's the story. They put us in the school. The Rothschilds. I know Jay-Z back here like, oh, this nigga gonna die now. I've been here for a year, my nigga. They can't fucking touch me. Why? Because God covered me. He covered me. And guess what, Trump? We ain't giving you the support. Unless you get Larry out. Unless you get Jeff out. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas, y'all politicians think y'all gonna just get our shit for free. Oh, all of a sudden, nigga, because you got a mugshot, you with us now? No, nigga. No, what you gonna do for us? What they gonna do for us? Y'all niggas done voted Democrat all these motherfucking times. These y'all niggas showing up with the LV show. These niggas is colonizers, nigga. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa, nigga. That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. Okay, it's 60 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. 50% of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us go to prison. Raise one hand if you don't know one nigga in prison, one nigga got locked up, and one nigga poor. Raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion. Now I tell you, if it was in a Jewish mother on Friday with no fucking, everybody raised their hands. So wait a second. But wait a second. Who make the hospitals though? Who got the hospitals? These are Zionists, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay.
Hey yo, what he just say? Yo, when's this Ye album coming out, yo? I need a release date. What he just say?
He's a Zionist, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ, Hitler, yay.
The Holy Trinity. This nigga got a screw loose, yo. He done lost his marbles.
Third party, sponsor that, nigga. Yeah. Bring the sponsorships to that. Because there's gonna be some niggas that feel exactly like me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm 7'3". I don't give a fuck about life or death. I get visitation with my kids. I ain't got no say so.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to put myself in the same category as Hitler. I've studied Hitler intensively, and it's not exactly somebody I want to be like or be compared to.
Them niggas walk around like look like soccer players. They don't even fucking know. They don't even know the dad, the kid. They'll see me come play one on nobody.
They still feel you though.
They'll feel me, but they trying to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, fuck you. Alexander Arnault, fuck you. Francois Pinault, fuck you. Dimna, fuck you. Fuck Balenciaga. Fuck Cedric.
Buy the Yeezy pods. Buy the Yeezy pods.
Fuck Gap and fuck Adidas, nigga. All you niggas is like fucking still wearing Adidas. Nigga, don't say me shit. Nigga, I'm by myself in this motherfucking room, nigga. Everybody shut the fuck up.
He said, everybody shut the fuck up. Wow. He going all in. This is, yo, I need the album ASAP. I need the album ASAP. I need the album just injected into my vein, yo.
Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, it's it. Ain't none of y'all niggas with me. I'm by my fucking self. Cause ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. It's shut up.
Yo, who said you ain't God, nigga? Yo, I gotta be honest with you, right? Like, when people be in a, I gotta tell this story. I told this story before. I was hanging out in New York City with a chick. We was walking past the Hebrew Israelites. Make a long story short, she going back and forth with one of the Hebrew Israelites, yelling and heckling and whatnot. I'm like, baby, like, just let them, like, do them. You know, I just stopped by for the entertainment. I just think it's good entertainment. Like, if Ye in the middle of the rant, like, just enjoy the moment. You don't gotta argue. Wait till later. Wait till he finish his rant and go, hey, Ye, do you mind if I ask a few questions here if you're at the end of your rant? And then, you know, save your comments for the end, man. You fucking up his flow. And you making the rant even worse, too.
Shut up. Be quiet. Everybody shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, it's it. Ain't none of y'all niggas with me. I'm by my fucking self. Cause ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. Shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. Like so I'm saying is, nobody with me. Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check. Half the motherfuckers just here like, ha ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Nigga, I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade, nigga. Cause when I asked niggas step up, not one nigga stepped up. Not one nigga stepped up.
I ain't ready to step up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the famous niggas, Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking said y'all saw me ain't see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zionist school. Fuck Sierra Canyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now.
I told y'all Northwest was special. I told you Northwest was special. She said she ripped up the couch to be with her daddy. Let Kim know, nah, take me to my daddy right now. That's love. That's real. Shout out to Northwest. I got Northwest fucking song stuck in my head and shit ever since that day I played it. The harmonies is just fire on that. Fire on that. Let's go back.
Y'all don't know what's going on, for real. Where y'all tick-tocking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm in Pop. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe nobody but me, nigga. I don't fuck y'all don't gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive.
Let's go.
And I'm still alive. You ain't post. You ain't post. When I couldn't see my kids, y'all ain't post. Y'all ain't stopped the Adidas shit. Y'all niggas let Adidas crash the richest nigga of all time.
Y'all know I did.
Adidas was begging. Wait a second. I put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, "Oh, we got to drop this nigga," and all niggas just watch. The only nigga that had the Trump hat, the only nigga that went and got them billions, the only nigga that's breaking through all kinds of ideas in fashion. I've been called a faggot so many times for tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Chicago that I take care of that still trying to sub me. Trying to say I can't go to motherfucking GD. Nigga, I'm way bigger folks than you, nigga. You niggas don't take care of me.
Right now, your thing is between you and God.
Who you, shut up. Who you think, no, hold on. Who you think the old man called? When we put Drake on stage, who the old man called?
You.
You know what I'm saying?
Because God put you in position.
Nigga, just because I had a car, nigga, fuck everybody, nigga.
You the biggest vessel.
That's what I'm trying to say to you niggas right fucking now, nigga.
Vessel.
This is what y'all been waiting for. Drake, this is what you've been waiting for. Jay-Z, this is what you've been waiting for. Kim, this is what you've been waiting for. All you niggas, look, let me tell you something. This is the way the world works.
God is using him right now.
Okay, be quiet for a second. Don't scream for a second.
I love you, but okay.
No, you got it. Get over.
Hey, sorry. Calm down, please.
God runs the world. Then under that, you got 1,000-year-old families, Medici. Under that, you have the Vatican, the Pope. Under that, you have the financial groups that control all your shit. BlackRock, Vanguard. After that, you have Putin. You have Trump. You have all this shit. And after that, you got what all this shit is. Entertainment. Hollywood. Take that, run that back, run it in schools. I'm going to give y'all one last thing before I go. When I first put the tweet up, I was dealing with a divorce lawyer. And I explained to the lawyer what my issue was. And his response was to me, if you keep up this anti-Semitic rhetoric, then you won't see your kids. A nigga I knew said I couldn't have an opinion or I wouldn't see my kids. Y'all know who y'all fucking playing with? This is a vessel of God. He gonna burn all your shit down. I swear. I knew these niggas was trying to make surviving this way. That's why I sent it up while I was still in the high schools. Bill Cosby couldn't do shit by the time they got him. R. Kelly couldn't do shit by the time they got him. That's why I had to send it up. Because the same niggas that made him rich, the same niggas doing the documentary. And fuck Cootie, fuck you, because everybody saw that third episode. That's what the whole shit was about.
Period.
Me selling opioids. I'm not even bipolar and there are signs of autism from the accident. They're gonna hit me with a fucking medication, have us selling opioids for them. They made me the face of bipolar. Okay, nigga, Big Pharma, where my royalties, nigga? Why the fucking drugs you done sold off of the idea of Ye being bipolar?
Don't say shit right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They come here so
I think I pretty much wrapped up.
Still talking.
Like,
Who are you?
I'm just saying they.
Yeah, take out.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Sorry. Come on. Ready?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Come on.
Nigga, take.
They
go.
can make him.
I don't think that was Jules. I think somebody else got kicked out. I got more Ye clips. Let me see if any of these is repeats. Hold on. Or did we get all of it? What's this one? Is this a different angle of the same thing?
Around me telling me I can't wear it. Nigga, you can't tell me the color of my hat. Y'all can't tell me shit, nigga. No, none of y'all motherfuckers here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody at, and I don't want to hear shit from none of these Jewish niggas talking about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasnick follow me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they.
All right, so we heard that. We heard that part of the rant. What's this one? Oh, that's the one I just played. All right, so yeah, we got the whole Ye rant. We got to go into the Ye music now. Hold on, where's the Ye music? Can y'all see my screen? Okay, good. Let's see. Let's play some music, man. I need the album ASAP. Here we go.
You told me not to.
My bad, Jay.
Cuddy back.
I sat down with a gun to my head. You told me not to, yeah, with the gun to my head. outside out of mind.
Let a female.
You're not in my bed. I've been right outside out of mind. I ain't never been that out of mind. Let's just get on the ride. Outside out of mind. You never see my business online. Yeah. No, we don't talk all the time. You miss me when I'm outside out of mind. We outside. We can go ahead, just point it out. Girl, I know you love it. We can never go over budget. Gonna take you on holy diamond. Tell it not to go, yeah, they love you. Bring it to you back on the subject. We can never go over budget. We can get you, it's no discussion. If I go drop like DJ Mustard, get the business like you want to roll. And we finna go overboard. And we finna take the whole record. Playing when I'm not around. Playing it without the sound. For the fact I had to scream at Jesus, now you know the Lord told me I'ma give you some magic. Say your place, I get your ass fit. I need to get behind the legs and badness. I need.
Yo, this shit sound fire. This shit sound fire. I'm feeling the Ye clips. I'm feeling the Ye clips. The rants. You know, when the rants come, a classic album is coming. When the Ye rants come, the album's coming. Let me tell you something about Ye, man. Ye's performance art. He's gonna speak his mind. He's gonna stretch the boundaries of speech. You need people like that. You need people like him to stretch those boundaries, man. To make sure we can always say what we want to say. And he does a really good job of that. Anytime we get these rants, like I said, we always get classic music. I think this is going to be one of those classic albums. He's got a whole bunch of great features on here. There's beef with Nicki Minaj on the timeline where she wouldn't clear the record to get released and et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully we get the Nicki record. I don't know where this is going to be released, when it's going to be released. You know, Ye, his releases is always push back. So hopefully we get this before the year is out. And I'm definitely I gotta find Slide. Which one's Slide? I think I heard that one. Let me see. Okay, here goes Slide right here. Oh nah, that sounds crazy. Oh man. Yeah, we in for a classic. You know, the thing is with Ye, the beats are going to be incredible. These beats sound absolutely incredible. I saw a clip with Timbaland. Timbaland was giving advice remotely. That clip that we saw, the rant, they were in that room recording live. I think Indy, one of those model sister chicks was in there and she was laying some vocals down. So a lot of hands went into making this. A lot of the best hands went into making this. You think it's going to be his best album? I don't know if I would go that far. It is a collab album with Ty Dolla $ign, so I wouldn't say his best album, but definitely top. Definitely one of his best works coming in recent years. But, you know, I like the last few albums that came out. Jesus is King was fire. All right, let's go back. What else I got to cover today? Hold on. I got this. There's a new trailer, movie trailer. I don't know what YouTube's gonna do. They might limit me, but we'll try and work through it. What time is it? 2:42. All right. So this is a trailer for the movie called The American Society of Magical Negroes. I came across this because, well, the red whites were angry. So I just want to see what they're angry about. Maybe they have a right to be angry. Maybe they don't, but let's see.
I know you can feel their discomfort, Aaron. Watching you walk through a room full of white people was the most painful thing I've ever seen. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't want to take you to a job interview.
There's a recruiting class starting right now, and we got to get you in it.
Welcome to the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Oh, this is like the Black Harry Potter shit. Okay.
I don't really understand. It's easier said. What's the most dangerous animal on the planet? Shark. White people, when they feel uncomfortable.
Oh, shit. He said, what's the most dangerous animal? White people, when they feel uncomfortable. Oh, shit. Oh, man, this is not going to go over well. This is not going to go over well. Oh, boy. Shh. Diversity, equity, inclusion is about to slap.
Dangerous animal on the planet. Shark. White people, when they feel uncomfortable. White people feeling uncomfortable precedes a lot of bad stuff for us. That's why we fight white discomfort every day. Because the happier they are, the safer we are.
The name needs a little updating, maybe like magical black people, or I guess that doesn't have the same ring.
All right, let's stop right here. Let's go Uncle Hotep levels. Let's go Uncle Hotep levels with this. Why couldn't we just have a magical Negroes movie without the white people shit? Yeah, I'm definitely watching this shit. I'm definitely watching it. I gotta see this shit. I gotta see this shit. This shit just looks like it's gonna be a good movie. But why can't we have a magical Negroes without the white people stuff? You know, and I'm not saying that from a moral standpoint because, I don't think they should say these things about white people. I'm just coming from a principled standpoint where why our shit always got to include them? Why we couldn't just have Negroes everywhere? It should have just been all Negroes. We should have been in magical Negro land where there were no white people. Right? If we're dealing with magic, why couldn't we be in a magical world where there are no white people? And then just have that be the silent message. We didn't need he said Hollywood can't do that. You know this. They got to divide us. So they create this type of stuff. It infuriates the red whites. It makes black people feel good. Like we finally got some content, right? But as Jay-Z said, moral victories are from minor league coaches. So this little victory that people feel because they get this tingle up their spine, as Sonny Johnson would say, is going to be all for naught. For what? What do you get out of this? Controversy? Yeah, that's definitely going to get controversy. This is definitely going to help sell the movie. That's great from a marketing perspective. But yeah, again, the whole victim and the divide thing. Yeah, I see that too. I just wish if we had a magical Negro, it would be magical Negroes. We didn't need that whole bit about white people. I just feel like it's unproductive. But let's go back.
You ready? Oh, wow. Your first client is a Jason Munn. His morale is far too low. Hey.
Darn it. I was hoping there was a state.
So it's all about white people. So there's a magical Negro movie that still managed to center white people. And they always talk about, centering white people, centering white people. It's y'all that center white people. You make them the center of your universe. So we can't have so the magical Negroes is wasting all their magic. You got all this fucking magic and you wasting it at work? Nigga, where's the nigga with the money spell? Who got the bank vault wand? Who got the gat wand? Niggas should be walking around strapped and armed with fucking dollar bills flying out of their pocket. And the first, you going to work, you do magic, and you going to work, my nigga. If I did magic, you think I'd be going to work? Do you know what this stream would be like if I was doing magic? Do you know what Hotep Nation would be like if I was doing magic? Hotepistan would be here. Why these niggas ain't using a magic? See, I thought I was gonna like this shit. Now I don't even know if I'm gonna like this shit. I like magic movies. I like the Harry Potter shit. I like the Lord of the Rings and the vampire movies and all of that shit. I like them movies. Why we couldn't just have black wizards? Huh? He said 30 seconds of a trailer ain't the movie. What you mean? They've been talking about white people the whole minute. And we a minute and 11 seconds in and they've been talking about white people. What are we doing here? Why couldn't just have magic niggas on broomsticks and shit just fucking having fun or something in our own little magical world? You're using... He's got a little white meter. Did you see the white meter he pulled out? He got a little talisman that measures white people's feelings. Who the fuck is wasting magic on white people's feelings? That is a waste of magic fairy dust. What is going on here? I wonder if this is the work of the redacted. Come on, you know it. Come on, man. You already know what time it is, man. This is wild. Let's see.
Right next to him.
Oh, is this one spoken for?
No.
Yeah, it's actually fun and weirdly relaxing. It's like being a secret agent with none of the danger.
Hey, I'm Lizzie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She's great.
Yeah, she's cool.
You kidding? Come on, man.
Oh, and he fall in love with a white woman? Or is this woman racially ambiguous? What is this woman? This is a Caucasoid. This is a Neanderthal woman, ain't it? How you fall in love with the white woman? This movie done lost me, man. Oh my God. Is she light-skinned? Is she Hispanic? Is this a Latina? Rosita? She ain't even thick.
He's smart and funny.
I know what you were doing going on about her. You're trying to set us up.
No, that's not what I was doing.
You cannot have a relationship with Lizzie now. Because if you don't put Jason first, everyone's magic will fail.
I've always felt like it's my job to make white people feel comfortable, and here it literally is. But maybe it shouldn't be.
I got a great plan to ask her out, but I'm gonna...
Who was the guy that said it wasn't centered around white people? And this nigga talking about, I always felt like I gotta make white people comfortable. Where's the nigga that said this wasn't about white people?
Need your help.
Do you think you could, like, work your magic?
Hey, is he talking about me?
Hey.
Oh my... Wait, are you?
Someone defied the society. Who was it?
You didn't let her go like I told you. If you interfere with her or your client, you could have your memory erased. You won't even remember she existed.
Even though we might never see each other again, I need you to know that what we had was real.
I'm curious to see how you gonna make it out of all this.
Hold up. I gotta go to Google. I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta go to Google. I need to find out what this woman is. I need her lineage. I need her birth certificate. I need her DNA. Let's go to the cast. Who is she? Is it Ann Lee Bogan? I think this is her. Let's go to Ann Lee Bogan. Does she got a wiki page? Who is this woman? Ann Lee Bogan. Nah, I need to see her early life. I need her early life information. Who's got her early life information? Here we go. Biography. No information here. They done pulled a white woman up out of the depths of nowhere. American actress from New York. Nationality is American. Oh my Lord. Hold on. I'm not getting no information on her. They done pulled her out the woodwork. Nobody even heard of this woman. They done pulled her out the woodwork. How you magical and you can't say no to the white woman?
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Bro. Who is this? See, it says right here, Asian, ethnically ambiguous. Didn't I say it was one of them ethnically ambiguous motherfuckers? Multiracial, white European descent. How you a magical Negro? How are you a magical Negro and you can't say no to the white woman? They done made a magical Negro movie and he falls in love with a white woman. This don't make no sense. I'm lost. I'm so lost. I was interested in watching the movie in the first 30 seconds. Now I'm just gonna have to wait for this shit to hit Netflix or something, yo. I don't know if I can go see this. I gotta see. I don't know. Maybe my mind changes later. This movie is questionable at best. Look at this right here. I'm upset at the lead being biracial and him being a magical Negro, but still risking his magic for a white woman. At the title of the movie being not fitting the plot, I'm upset. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. See? I knew I wasn't crazy. And who is he? That's another good question. This nigga racially ambiguous his damn self. Justice Smith. Let's check him out. Where's his early life? Oh, his mother's Italian, French, and Canadian. Italian, French, and Canadian. We couldn't get a black Harry Potter movie if we tried. So his father had jungle fever. His father's black. He couldn't say no to that pog ass. Couldn't say no to the pog. Couldn't say no to the white woman. So they got a racially ambiguous person to fall in love with another racially ambiguous person and then call this shit the magical Negroes. That's some fucking magic for your ass. That is some magic for your ass. He'd make a great young Will Smith. Yeah, he would. This is crazy. He said we got Drake. Drake's not black. He said, what is ethical and ethnicity? Racially ambiguous, man. Means I don't know what the motherfucker is. That's what racially ambiguous means. Racially ambiguous means I don't know what you are. I can't identify what you are. You're one of those mixed people. You can't trust mixed people either.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Yeah, y'all let me get away with saying the wildest shit. Can't trust mixed people. Oh my God, this is insane. Steph Cronin said Kid Cudi is banned from HotepCon and Hotepistan. Facts. Duke, thank you for becoming a member. Jabari Judah says a magical Negro, is a common trope in Hollywood movies. They make us magical to help them. Similar to the Moors. Facts. Sonny calls them magical Negroes, right? The ones that the red whites prop up and the blue whites prop up. She calls them magic Negroes. And this is exactly what they are. This is a great example of that. These magic Negroes right here. Harry Potter out here fighting Dementors and Dark Lords. This Nass over here serving the white man and falling in love.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Bro! Harry Potter was getting busy. Fighting demons and shit. This motherfucker's greatest enemy is the white man. This nigga's job is to is to help the white man get the woman while he trying to smash the woman. Retro Neon, Hotepistan should have a statue of a giant kufi. Did I play the disclaimer today? I forgot to play the disclaimer. Disclaimer. This stream was created for humor purposes only. Nobody should be offended. And I apologize in advance. This is crazy. This is absolutely fucking crazy. I didn't know what to expect. That's why sometimes I see these videos, I put them in the Grift bag, and I don't watch them on purpose so you guys can get my live reaction. You know, I don't want to have pre-canned responses and be scripted. Sometimes I watch the videos, but a lot of times, especially with something like this, I don't watch the videos. I want you guys to see my real live response so you understand exactly how I think and how I view things, okay? That's wild. I don't know how. It's going to take me a while to get over that. It's going to take me some time to get over that. That's insane. Let's play this clip. So everybody saw the movie, right? Everybody saw the movie. Leave the World Behind, right? Let's play this clip. And Wokeness posted this. They was upset. Let's play it.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people. Even Mom would agree with me on that. I'm asking for you to remember.
Now, what is she saying here? She's saying even Mom would agree with that. She's basically saying her daddy had jungle fever too. At least that's how I'm interpreting this. Her daddy had jungle fever too. She's racially ambiguous. She's more on the light-skinned side of things, but I think she's saying her mama is white. But, you know, I can see why people would take offense to that. If I was white, I was white, I wouldn't take offense to this bullshit, but I can understand if you did take offense to this. You know what I'm saying? This is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. The Senator Loki gifted 10 Hotep Jesus memberships. Loki, you the man, bro. You the fucking man, bro. Welcome to the Loki podcast. Shout out to Syscoin. You ain't think I was going to do a big brain update today? I got to. Oh, I got to. Now, today's update sponsored by Syscoin. Make sure y'all get you some Syscoin. Make sure y'all follow Syscoin on Twitter and all other platforms. Big announcements coming top of the year. Get your bags. Save your bags. Get ready. We're doing some hot shit. And like I said, I always want to enrich people in many different ways. And that's what we're going to do with Syscoin starting in 2024. Let's go into the big brain update of the day. First thing I want to show you is this right here. Ripple, a.k.a. the Feds, have released this new paper, right? It's called The Digital Evolution of Money, CBDCs. Now, I have not gone through this, but all I did was this before I watched. And I just typed in the word cash because I know one of the things they like to do when they're selling CBDCs is cash. They want to obfuscate what cash is and make it seem like this is a replacement for cash. So whenever I look at these documents, I'm looking for the term cash. Okay, and it says efficient settlement of asset exchange is not as impactful if the cash component of the transaction isn't as equally efficient, able to be coupled in a single atomic update. So they refer to this stuff as cash. Here, the IMF recently articulated the challenging reality of entering the brave new world that is the future of money. Implied here is that technological development is paramount, but only the beginning. For widespread CBDC uptake, governments will need to navigate policy and financial industry dynamics while convincing the general public of the merits of centrally controlled cash alternatives. So they do call it cash alternatives here, which is a good thing. You should do that, although it's not a cash alternative, but it's a much better word. But it still kind of confuses things because it's like cash is cash. And the only thing that can replace cash is, well, cash. So it's not an alternative. So they do try to play word games here. But it says right here, convincing the general public. Oh, we only lost 10 people when we switched to the big brain stuff? All right, that's what's up. So that means we got some smart people in the chat that want to hear this big brain shit. Salute to you. All right, let's go back. Individuals and businesses can use CBDC to make transactions just as they would physical cash. You see that? Just as they would physical cash. This is what Ripple is saying. They can make payments, store value in e-wallets, or even earn interest, depending on the specific currency design. Now, they've said in the past and many other things, papers and articles, that the CBDC won't earn interest. Now, Ripple says, oh, they could earn interest. And I think what's going to happen, or could happen, is when they roll this out in the United States, to increase adoption, they're going to say, well, you can earn interest, and to eliminate banks as well, you're going to earn interest on this stuff. And that was the interest conversation was about, is the fact that if a CBDC offers interest, then people will seek CBDC instead of their local bank. And then the argument to that was, well, we'll just place limits on it. So you can only get earn interest on a limited supply of CBDC, maybe capped at 5, 10K or something like that, right? But again, trying to obfuscate what cash is. Let's go to the next one. Here it says some designs allow for complete anonymity, like cash, right? Critically, CBDC design should also include offline transactions. We've spoken about this before, to provide digital cash. And I have a full database of articles and whatnot archived right here in the CBDC Tracking Resource Center. So if you guys want access to that and learn more about CBDCs, I'm documenting it all here. So just go to hotepjesus.locals.com and get access to that. It's updated pretty much weekly or bi-weekly. I have a big update coming this weekend. So if you want that, holla at me, hotepjesus.locals.com. So it says here, critically CBDC design should include offline transactions. And that's what they're going to compare cash to, is basically saying, well, if the internet goes down, we still can complete transactions. Was that today or yesterday? That was yesterday's CBDC update, where they were able to do offline transactions using NFC cards. All right. Then here they have this weird ass chart. No, it's not weird, I guess. It just talks about the cost of cash, right? So this is further proof that they're trying to eliminate cash, right? And saying, well, cash is bad because climate change, right? Economic cost of cash, water costs, electricity, fuel, sludge costs. And then it breaks it down further here. Yeah, it gets a little bit more granular in the data. So again, trying to say, oh, cash isn't optimal because it's bad for the earth. You know, that type of shit. Again, talking about how much it costs to produce cash. And okay, last one here. With this in mind, CBDCs that accommodate offline scenarios would be critical to implementation and provide end users with true digital cash equivalent. True digital cash equivalent. So this is the weird shit that they do to try to obfuscate what the hell cash means, right? All right, let's so that's the Ripple report. It's on my Twitter. I have not read it in detail, but I know what to look for, so I can skip right to what I need to. But this will be in my database right here, again, on locals, hotepjesus.locals.com. Very, very weird. Very, very weird, but very transparent. For people who don't know, let's play this clip to understand what we're looking at here as far as CBDCs is concerned before I continue. If you want to get on the phone lines, text HOTEP in your name to 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631.
What is a programmable token? A programmable token is a token that they can manipulate in and out. And basically what he continues to say is, with CBDC, central bank digital currency, central banks will have the absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of expression of the central bank liability, and also will have the technology to enforce it. So what does this mean?
That's that fat fuck you see in the bottom. That's Karstens from Bank of International Settlements. He need a diet. He needs strong dad in his life. Pause.
Means if these guys don't want you to spend their money, and this is coming, guys, you saw the revolution with Bitcoin, and the system realized maybe we can appropriate the same technology, just like they appropriate every technology, and continue enslaving humanity. This is a program.
All right, pretty decent clip. So what's happening in the world of WCBDCs, aka wholesale CBDCs, aka big boy national money? China and Russia are in talks to do CBDC wholesale transactions. That article is right here on cryptonews.com. I like this site, cryptonews.com. I think my two favorite sites are cryptonews.com because it's just like right to the point, and Ledger Insights. I like those. Yeah, I'll stay right there. Next, this is the last update here on this. Just got a couple of highlights. I want to show you the great work. This is another blog I'm really growing to love. It's called 10thamendmentcenter.com. Really, really love this. Again, this will be bookmarked on hotepjesus.locals.com. If you're on YouTube, the likes are kind of low. Hit the motherfucking like button, please, and thank you. All right, let's go back. So Wisconsin has introduced a bill. This is a House Bill 725. And they introduced this on December 6th. It says the legislation would exclude CBDC from the definition of money in Wisconsin and prohibit state agencies from accepting CBDC as a form of payment. Now, we discussed this the other day in regard to Missouri. Missouri has a new bill, and again, that bill will be updated. And I think I'll have to update the section in the locals and go federal versus state so that we'll know what bills are federal and what bills are at the state level. Okay. Here we go. AB 725 describes the CBDC as a digital medium of exchange or digital monetary unit of account issued, authorized, or adopted by Federal Reserve System or federal agency that is a liability of the Federal Reserve System is directly available to the general public. Now, I would have defined a CBDC as a national security threat and a threat to our a threat to our constitutional rights. That's what I would have said. You know what I mean? But again, I'm no attorney, so I don't know what's supposed to be, what are the best practices here. So and I want to read this again because I talked about this the other day, the definition of money, and I want you to see what Wisconsin says the definition of money is, according to their Uniform Commercial Code. It says money means a medium of exchange currently authorized, and somebody pointed this out before, currently, a medium of exchange currently authorized or adopted by a domestic or foreign government. The term includes a monetary unit of account established by an intergovernmental organization or by agreement between two or more countries. So 2 or more countries have to recognize it in order for it to be money. Okay? If the government doesn't recognize whatever you call money as money, then it ain't money. Okay? Now, it's money. It could be money in the pure definition of the term, but this is what the governments call money. Anything that they authorize as money is money. Okay? All right, let's go to the phone lines. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, and I'll be right back after this short, brief commercial break.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Goldstein on the line. What up, Goldstein?
What's happening?
Not much. It's Friday. We made it. Happy Friday. What's good with you, man?
Happy Friday. Happy Distraction Friday, I should say.
Oh, man. How many distractions we got?
50 million. We got the Kanye rant. That's always a fucking that's a famous go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got the Cardi B meltdown.
Wait, the what?
The Cardi B meltdown. She on the fucking live going off on Offset.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to
we
play
got
that.
The sexy red and what's the
Oh,
comedian
just hilarious. Yeah, I saw that.
Their little beef. That's going down. You know, we got Satan coming back to Iowa. That's going down. Just makes me wonder what's really going down.
I was just about to ask you what's really going down. Something must be going on in the background.
Got to be, man. I don't know. Since I haven't quite sussed it out yet, let's start with Satan in Iowa.
All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Iowa the first caucus that's happening in a month?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Ironically enough, they got an ex-military guy to go behead a $6 motherfucking art project. And now everybody and their mother is talking about that shit as if that's not astroturfing.
Oh, all eyes on Iowa, January 15th.
Ain't that something?
Because nobody don't never talk about Iowa.
At all.
So this guy's like a martyr for the voters. He's like, look, I'm going to go in here, chop this head off. It's going to go live. And he's ex-military. And then all eyes are on Iowa. That's interesting. Interesting take.
DeSantis already on top of that shit, talking about, I'm going to donate to this trans legal fund because there's no way in hell that this should be happening in America.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Mm-hmm. You got Matt Walsh on his bullshit talking about Satan altars should not exist. They have no natural right to exist. It's like, listen, if you're a Christian, let's look at this from two different perspectives, all right? There's the legal perspective, the law perspective of what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Wasn't y'all just crying about Thomas Jefferson and George Washington getting their shit knocked down last year?
Yep.
So there's that. Then you got the religious perspective of 1 Corinthians 5:12, which basically says, don't worry about motherfuckers on the outside of the church. God's going to judge them. Worry about the people in it. Right? Don't go around talking about what they should and shouldn't be doing and judging them and knocking down altars and doing all that Old Testament shit, right? Don't worry about that because that's not what you're commissioned to do as the church. What you're commissioned to do is preach the fucking gospel. That's what you're commissioned to do. Now, I know they get a little upset when I use the cuss words, but, you know, brood of vipers was a cuss word back in Jesus' time, and he slung that around quite readily. So I'm just saying, it's all a matter of context.
1 Corinthians 5:12. It isn't my responsibility to judge outsiders, but it is certainly your responsibility to judge those inside the church who are sinning. God will judge those on the outside, but as the scripture says, you must remove the evil person from among you. Woo!
Yeah.
And they ain't doing that.
No. Spent way too much goddamn time, decades, sometimes, I mean, depending on how you look at it, a couple thousand years worried about everybody else. Meanwhile, Catholic churches are fucking instituted in that time. You know, all kinds of other fucking weird-ass deist vault-ass shit that they love to hang their hat on nowadays when they're talking about nationalism. All of that was established. Why? Because you were too busy focused on, like I said before, $6 art projects that they put on the state floor, which, by the way, was legally licensed to be there. So they did uphold the law of the land, which, as a Christian, you're supposed to be doing too, rendering onto Caesar and all that old stuff. But I digress. They did that legally. You're worried about that. Meanwhile, wolves are sneaking into the hen house. This has been the story of the church for 2,000 years now. All they got to do is just actually listen to what the book says, though. Not what Matt Walsh says, not what Thomas Aquinas says, but the actual book. So I'll just leave it at that on that topic.
That's a firebomb right there.
Man. Now, magical Negroes?
Did you have any hope when you saw the title?
When I saw the title, I saw this shit like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. You can check the timeline. I tweeted about that shit then. I lost all hope just on the title. I didn't even need to see the goddamn trailer. Magical Negro. Come the fuck on already. All right? Come on. Now, this is all I got to say about that. There's a shitload I could say about the actual movie, but this is what I got to say about just the principle of the movie.
Okay.
Don't get mad when they start making fuck nigga movies, because they're coming. Don't get mad when that happens, because you're skinning and grinning now, you're laughing, you're having a good old time. Don't get mad when they start making fuck nigga movies, because those are coming soon.
You right. Can't get mad at that.
That's what they setting all this shit up for, letting you have it. Here you go. Yeah, they in there laughing with you, because they already know they got a whole crop of fuck nigga movies coming down the pipe.
Facts. In production right now.
They don't want to hear you scream or say a goddamn thing when they start putting them trailers on the timeline. You can't really say nothing at that point. You either join in the joke or knuckle the fuck up. But I don't want to hear no bitching and complaining about, oh, they after us, looking ass motherfucker. I don't want to hear that.
Bro, that trailer. Now, when I saw the, what's it called? The Wonderful World of Magic Niggas? Whatever. When I saw the title, I, like yourself, right? Like, I'm like, all right, here we go, but I love the magic shit. You know what I'm saying? And, I bought the Harry Potter video game, love that thoroughly. It's definitely up for game of the year this year. So I was hoping that it wouldn't be what we suspected. And then I watched the trailer, and it's worse than what I expected. Because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I like to say, hold on, I'll reserve my judgments. Let me watch it and then I'll judge. Right? This is what I wanted to do, right? But I already know how Hollywood do magical Negroes. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be some fuck shit, but I might enjoy the movie, right? We all know it's gonna be some fuck shit. And I said, if it's gonna be some fuck shit, it's gonna be some fuck shit. Now, when I watched the trailer, it's worse than the fuck shit I could have imagined. How do you even do that?
Bro. They dusted off David Allen Greer to play the shit.
Oh.
They had to go get that nigga because everybody else of consequence was like, yeah, I ain't touching that.
Everybody else read the script and said, nah.
Yeah, I'm good.
They called
David Allen Greer and some weird ass Will Smith looking nigga.
Yeah.
That's who they went to go run this out there.
Racially ambiguous.
I don't know, bro. All I know is, like I said, don't get mad when the fuck nigga movies come.
Can't get mad.
Can't get mad.
And I'm going to see them shits too.
Yeah. Listen, if this would have been a comedy, I'd have been like, all right. But they taking themselves seriously. It's like, nah, I'm good on you.
Yeah, it's like a magic drama. Yeah. This shit is
they would have done better having the Wayans produce this one.
Now, if the Wayans did this shit, it would have been fire.
Yes.
And everybody would have enjoyed it. Well, maybe not the Red Whites, but it would have been more enjoyable. It would have been understandable. They should have just gave this to the Wayans. You're right. Especially if you're going to go get David Allen Greer.
Man, the real Red Whites would have enjoyed it.
Right.
Because they at least got a sense of humor.
Right.
The fake Red Whites, the corporate Red Whites, all them weird niggas that follow Matt Walsh and them, they would have hated it. They would have, the in wokeness cult, they would have hated it.
Right.
But fuck them. I mean, who the fuck are they? They can't even fight. That's why they always complaining about getting whooped on video.
All these jujitsu classes out here, and these motherfuckers still can't fight.
Man. And, you know, listen, I was going to talk about the Ye rant, but I'm not going to talk about the Ye rant.
Why?
Because that's a ticking time bomb right there.
That is a ticking time bomb.
I don't know. It just seems like every time he gets to spitting some real shit midway through the rant, it's like a switch flips and that nigga just goes full insane and negates everything he said prior to.
Facts.
It's almost like MK Ultra. Yeah. I don't know.
A lot of it's just miseducation and emotions. Like when he said the Pilgrims was Jewish, I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Man, I don't know, man. But Distraction Friday is in full effect.
Yep.
Everybody keep your head on a swivel. Keep your eyes peeled because there's some other shit going on. If it happens to drop and I see some shit, I'll fucking throw it in your DM again.
All right, send it to my way, man. I'm my eyes is open.
Yes, sir.
All right, yo, Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
Hold on. Tanya came to Hotep Con. People who come to Hotep Con get preferential treatment on the phones, especially if you have good conversation. It's a good white woman right here. You know, there's a little bit of white privilege that contributes to this as well. Tanya, call in. After Tanya, we're gonna get the Strong Dad. Where's Strong Dad? Right here. Here we go.
Call from Tanya.
Tanya, what's up, love?
Hey, Stay. It's nice to call in again. It's been a while, but
pleasure to hear
I don't always get to catch your shows live because of my work schedule. But when I do, I like it and I enjoy it. And so this is actually a call-in from about yesterday's show.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, this is a crazy mixed woman calling in. You're calling us crazy people, all right? It's crazy people. Okay, here's a crazy mixed woman calling in, all right?
Racially ambiguous?
Yeah, I am racially ambiguous, okay? But you know, here's the thing with you, okay? That you hit on these obscure ideas and they hit, you know, and sometimes they just, you know, they yesterday's show hit, okay, with me.
Okay. Wow.
And so I think I have a little theory about, you know, this like whole, like how you talk about like the white man's been cucked and all that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think I might know where maybe that started. And I also want to tie that into how you said about the collectivism, this mentality, this programming of how all white people were put into this one big category, right? All white people. And it's not as easy, as simple as that, right? Okay. Look, I'm 43 years old, born in 1980, raised teenage, you know, the preteen years, you know, in the 90s, right? And so this is a perspective and my mom's Mexican and my dad's Russian, okay?
Oh,
so
okay.
You saw me at Hotep Con. I don't know, you know, look at me. I don't look mixed. I'm white. I have blue eyes, blonde hair, you know, so you look at me, I'm a white woman, okay? Yeah. And I was raised in East LA. And if anyone knows anything about East LA, it's all Mexican.
Yeah, it
is. It's 99.9%, and I'm the 0.1, right? So that's just what it is, right? So in the 90s, right, here's what was going on, at least in LA. You had to be brown or you had to be black to be cool. It started in the 90s, okay, with like gangster rap, right? And even R&B, right? What was popular then? It was like you had to be, you know, you had to get into this gangster rap and you had to be hard.
Right.
Okay? You had to be hard. And if you were brown, you had to be a cholo. You had to be a gangster. You had to gangbang. And if you were black, then you had to be a gangster. All right? So then what about people that weren't, what about the white people, right? What about the white young people? You better have been, you know, grafted into one of these two groups to feel cool to be cool, all right? Or you withdrew, okay? Then like someone like me, I had to just sink or swim. I had to like fit in with the brown people, you know, to be cool. And it was really, really hard for us. It was really hard for white people in the 90s, at least in LA. And that's true. And I like, you know, we were the butt of the jokes. We just weren't cool if you weren't in that, right? And so that plays a role in your psyche, you know, it plays a role in your psyche. So, and then that's one thing. You mix that with the influx in the 90s of illegal immigration. And all the Mexicans started coming in, especially to California. And you were told you needed, it was okay. You were told this is good. This is a good thing. Let them in. Have sympathy. And if you weren't down for this, if you weren't down for illegal immigration, then that's where it all started. You were racist. Okay? Then they started putting you white people, us white people, into one big category. You white people, if you're not okay with this illegal immigration, you're racist. And a young person, that's going to take its toll, you know? And then if you couldn't fit into this gangster culture, that's going to take its toll too. Like, you know, I'm not down with all this, but what am I supposed to do? Well, I think the people that came after me, the white people that came after me, a little younger, I think that took a toll on them and made kind of what led to this, making white people a little feeling like they are inferior or whatever you want to say, right? This cucking of the white man. But that's one part of my theory. But here's what I want to say. For what you said yesterday about knowing who you are, even if you're a white person, like finding out who you are, right, will help you. And that's very true. And I'll tell you why. So here I am, blonde hair, blue eyes, East LA. Everything's a quote unquote against me in that sense. Like, dang, I can't, where do I fit in around here, right? Well, you know what? What my dad did right. Okay, my dad was not a good man, okay? He was alcoholic. He was not a good dad, but I'll tell you what my dad did right. He was a Russian immigrant. He's been here since a little boy, so he even served in Vietnam. So, you know, very much, you know, assimilated. But one thing my dad did, he always was proud of being Russian. And he made me very proud to be Russian. And he would always say, oh, yeah, the Russians are this, the Russians are so smart, blah, 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 and you're Russian, and you can do that because you're Russian, and da-da-da. He put that in my head until he died, and he died when I was very young. And it didn't take much for him to give me that pride coming from a dad, to give me that pride. Yeah, and then they wanted to put all white people into one category, and I'd be like, but I don't relate to you guys. Like when you say, oh, white people, like, who, me? I don't know what you're saying. Like, I'm not going to be made to feel less than. I'm not going to be made to be put in your, I'm racist because I don't agree with all that's going on around me. And it made me feel like I'm not less than. I know what I am. I know who I am. My background's from Russia, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. And I don't need to be thrown into that. So it actually really helped me to have confidence because you're really insecure in those years, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? I was really insecure. And I felt, believe me, like being the only of a certain color in the room, I know exactly what that feels like. But that pride that my father instilled in me of knowing where our background was from really helped. So I agree with you with that. I think it's good. And if you can't find out what your background is, if it's too mixed up and this and that, then take pride in something, you know, like, you know, Hotep, whatever it is, your ideas, your religion, you know, tell your kids, this is who we are. You know, we don't do this because of this or that. So that leads me to my other little obscure point you brought up yesterday. Christmas trees. So I'm a Christian, okay? And I don't put a Christmas tree in my house.
Nice.
And for the same reason you brought up yesterday from Jeremiah. Somebody showed me that verse when I was 21 or so, early 20-year-old. And I said, I'm never putting a Christmas tree in my house. That's pagan. And you ask my kids, why? Of course, my daughter, you know, I have a 17-year-old. She always wanted a Christmas tree. Why can't we have a Christmas tree? No, that's pagan. I'm not going to put a Christmas tree in my house. And they'll tell you, why don't your mom put a Christmas tree? Oh, because she said it's pagan. Sorry if anyone's listening, if that offends you or whatever, because I I know the love of the Christmas tree, okay, but it's true. It's pagan.
It's true. It's pagan.
There's a Christmas tree in your house other than the 5 senses.
Yep.
Oh, it looks pretty. Oh, it smells pretty. That thing's pagan, you know. And I want to be a Christian.
There's nothing Christian about the Christmas tree.
No, exactly. And like you said, that's something that was pushed on us.
Yep.
You know, it's pushed on us. So listen, this is what I told my daughter too recently, because we pulled into a Target and there were Christmas trees being sold in the parking lot, and she goes, "Oh, you're buying a Christmas tree?" You know, as a joke. I said, "You wish we were buying a Christmas tree, huh?" I go, "You would love for me to say right now we're buying a Christmas tree." And I said, "You know what? Listen to me, okay? Listen to me. You resisted 2 of the, I don't know, maybe in the history of mankind, the biggest social pressures." And said by 17 years old, that's how old she is. I said, not getting the COVID vaccine and not putting a Christmas tree in your house. So, you can resist those 2 things. You know, you now can resist anything. You can say, I don't need that. Just because you guys do it doesn't mean I have to do it. There's another way. There's an alternate way. It opens your mind to not just saying yes and going along to everything. So that was my little lesson to her. But you know what? Thank you so much for what you do, the time you put in. I love you. I love you. I love your show. I love you and Unc. And I just shout out to Goldstein. Shout out to Rudy. Shout out to Strong Dad. Like, I get blessed by them whenever they call in, dropping gems all the time. So thank you for what you do. And I just wanted to call in and, tell you my thoughts about what you said yesterday.
I love that. I love that. I love that. You corroborated my line of thinking and my theories, and I appreciate that valuable call. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. All right. You have a good one. Bye-bye.
Later. Hotep Bill. Strong Dad calling. We're going to get Taylor. Taylor's going to tell us about Satanism after Strong Dad. Because Taylor, I think it was Taylor, we was in Idaho. Taylor, I have an idea. You know our meditations? I got a really dope idea for our meditations. Really, really stupid dope idea. So I'm like ready to do another one like ASAP. What else we got? Hold on.
Call from
Strong Dad, what up, yo?
Hey.
Let's go with him, man. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. There's not too much noise, is there?
I hear a little banging, but it's all good.
Yeah, I'm walking away from you. So listen. First of all, Kid Cudi is haram. All right.
Kid Cudi's haram. Haram.
He's haram. He's haram. Kid Cudi is haram, and until he repents, he's got to be haram. So listen, I was thinking, maybe instead of, for the statues in the main, area, the big wide area of Hotepistan, it should be you, Unc, and President Dude, right? It should be y'all. All right. But then, just like in Rome, you have smaller statues in areas of specificity, right?
Right.
So in these smaller areas, I think maybe I want a statue in the Colosseum. Cannon, maybe a statue in the Armory, Cassius Cam, the border of Hotepistan's forest, right? Goldstein can have a statue in the courthouse. You can put Kitten, she can get a statue in the service building. Chad, Jonah, and Jabari, they can get a statues in the library. You know what I'm saying? And like in the gym on the wall, we can have like how they have pictures on the walls and gyms and shit. We can have like Jimmy Dawes, Rudy, any other veteran Hoteps and fitness Hoteps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all I got so far. But I think that has like a regal feel to it. You know what I mean? Like pillars and statues. You're walking around in your designated Hotepistan gear, you know what I'm saying? With your Hotepistan crest that shows you are in fact a citizen of Hotepistan, right? You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yes.
We need a Hotepistan crest.
Looking fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, you know what I'm saying? Well, Goldstein pretty much said what needed to be said about that magical Negro shit, because that shit is fucking wild. That shit is wild. That's what they want y'all to look. That's what they want black people to be like, though. And also, you know what? I think that's the fuck nigga movie. I don't think that, you know, like that we have to wait for one. I think that's a fuck nigga movie. I mean, if
You said
everything is
what
a fuck
is?
nigga movie.
Oh, all of these stuff. All this stuff
Magical
is.
Negro movie.
Yeah.
All of it is a fuck nigga movie.
Yeah.
All of it is a fuck nigga movie. And this is a fuck nigga movie because it's, you know, it appeals to the Negro who thinks that they're, you know, like that thinks that they're black power, like blackity black, but also placates to white people's feelings, especially white liberals. This is going to appeal to them especially because it's going to reinforce their already existing ideology. And it's just going to perpetuate it even more. So this is a fuck nigga movie to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got. Kanye West is a distraction, so I'm not even going to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I think that movie's it's just very it's disappointing. I always, silly me has high hopes for for these Negroes in Hollywood and the likes, and they still disappointed me.
It was never going to happen.
They just can't make us powerful.
If we want a movie like that, if we really want a movie like that, it's going to be on some sort of Daily Wire level because no one's going to sponsor a movie that looks, you know, like really truly good that just actually is just about that. You know, it's you got to be nigga victims. You can't just be a nigga living under the stairs, you know, and become a wizard like Harry Potter. No, you got to be magical Negro.
Right.
That shit is wild. But
absolutely,
it's whatever. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. And in the Strong Gut household, we celebrate Kwanzaa. So, you know, we don't.
You celebrating Kwanzaa this year?
Yeah, ever since me and my wife got together, we decided
this a real Hotep brother.
Yeah, that's our thing. That's something that
it's the black man's Hanukkah.
Like our family, they celebrate, you know, Christmas like every other good ADOS does. So it's like, really, we don't have to do that. We realize and understand the utility of having your own family. So we make Kwanzaa what it means to us, and we do it our way, and we decorate and try to make it, you know, good so that our daughter enjoys it just as much as she enjoys going to grandma's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. If she don't want to do it when she gets older, that's fine. But we're gonna keep doing it because it brings us together.
Got to. Oh shit! This is hilarious.
Happy Friday.
I was looking up something
Happy
here.
Friday to the family.
I was looking up something here on the internet while you were talking about Kwanzaa, right? So I typed in Kufi Batman to pull up the image of the Kufi Batman. So I got a tweet off, right? And then I'm gonna show you what's on my screen right here, just so we know the impact of Hotep Nation out this motherfucker. What pops up on my screen right here? It says right here Hotep. So it redirects you. It says, do you mean Hotep? And you hit Hotep, and it gives you all the Hotep memes. So they know what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, man, appreciate you. Let me get Taylor in here.
Hey, man. Facts, man. Much love to y'all.
All right,
Hotep
enjoy your
Bill.
weekend. Hotep and Bill. Shout out to Strong Dad. Let's get Taylor in here. Shout out to Angelia. How do you say your name? Angelia. I want to say Angelia because I know that's not the way you say it, but it just sounds better. Angelia has found this article, and she says this is what they're distracting us from. She says right here, we're gonna take a look at this after the call. Is Congress approved short-term extension of warrantless surveillance powers? FISA. Hey Taylor, what's up, man?
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man.
Getting started on a weekend here, about to get ready for it. I wanted to talk real fast before I dive into Satanism about the Christmas tree.
Okay.
Christmas tree is not as old as everyone thinks, and it's a part of what I call the two Christmases. There are two Christmases here. There's a national holiday, and then there's a religious holiday. Everyone in America can celebrate the national holiday. That includes Santa Claus, that includes Christmas trees and jingle bells and all that. Because you know what the Christmas tree was about? It was about the fact that Thomas Edison invented or had his company invent the light bulb, and he wanted a place to show it, so he put it on a big tree. and he could sell more light bulbs because here's the light bulb.
To replace the candles?
Yeah, he wanted to show off the light bulb. He just invented the light bulb. He wanted places
Well, he
to
didn't
show
invent
it
the
off.
light bulb.
It was a marketing campaign.
He patented the rights to the light bulb, but he didn't invent the light bulb.
Correct. I mean, we don't have to get into that hard.
Hey,
for
I'm
a bit.
Hotep. You know that's how we do, man.
But yes, correct. His company. I mean, realistically, it was his company. He was the first
company.
He
right.
was the first company to create an R&D department.
Correct.
That's his accomplishment.
Correct.
But everything gets attached to his name.
Right.
But yes, correct. And when they invented the light bulb, there was a marketing campaign to sell them, and they're like, oh, we got to put these on out and about, and like really showcase what it would look cool, and they put them on a Christmas tree.
I never knew that.
So, yeah.
Because originally they was putting candles on the trees.
Yeah, they were putting candles on them, but a lot of times those trees were outside in the public square. It'd be like going to the park, and there's a big tree out in the middle of the park,
right.
And it's just like the place that everyone hung around.
Right.
And so he put the light bulb on the tree to showcase that it was really cool and blah blah blah. And then people were like, oh, we could take these trees inside now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right, Satanism. There are two different types of Satanisms. There is a real Satanism that believes in God and believes in Satan and says Satan is the good guy. And then there is something called Levian Satanism, which is the Satanism that you typically see. And that's just basically an insult to Christianity. It's got a little bit of a cult in it, but realistically, it's a whole bunch of atheists that are mad at Christians and mad at the, roughly speaking, conservative red whites. And so they dress up in what's most offensive to Christians and what's most offensive to conservatives and do what's most offensive to them. Not realistically a religion. They've got weird practices regarding like being proud of abortions and blah, 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 incorporating it into their religious tradition so that they can claim religious exemption so that abortion like type things like that become covered under the First Amendment. And that's the Satanism that's coming out here. It's really, really reactionary to a largely reactionary.
The one in
movement.
Iowa, which group do they fall under?
That's going to be Levian Satanism, hands down, no doubt.
Okay.
If there's real Satanism out there, you really got to put on your tinfoil kufi to walk down that road. Most people will consider it minimal or basically non-existent. But if you put on your tinfoil kufi, you might see that being, attached to Freemasonry or something along those lines. Yeah, exactly. So you got to go, oh, is that something that's been in the, inside of the elites or the lizard people type brand of Satanism, if you will. And there's a whole bunch of different names for it. It's really hard, to call it one way or the other. There is some real truth to that in the sense of like, if you look at like modern day Gnosticism, i.e. DEI, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's like a organization that's writing books that become that DEI stuff. James Lindsay did a rabbit trail on that one, and they actually have like the word Satanism inside of their like deep down rabbit hole type stuff. So, but you got to be looking really deep to find that type of Satanism. When you see Satanists on the street, you're looking at Levian Satanism. We're just atheists trying to discredit Christianity through just being a counter movement because we have freedom of religion here. Which brings me to like my kind of overall point, because I'm frustrated at the grifters. And I love the grifters. I love the grifting class. I believe they're super useful. Love to make fun of them. Love to let them spread their message to my mother-in-law and in the way that she absorbs the news and whatnot. I love the grifters. But the grifters, I'm struggling with them because people can't hold these two views at the same time, which is one, Satanism, whether it's the Levian Satanism or the real Satanism, It's bad. It's ugly. It's not beautiful. It's just meant to be like an evil thing around us. Yet at the same time, they have freedom of religion. Like,
So you disagree with Charlie Kirk putting $10,000 on his books?
I get where he's coming from. So if we look at like the First Amendment and we look at why it was written and what it was written, it was so that Catholics and Protestants could all be together.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time of the states, there was 13 colonies or 13 states, and they all had different religions that they practiced it inside their states. One state would be a Baptist religion, one state would be a Calvinist religion, and so on and so forth. I don't think there was any Catholic states at the time, but they had statewide religions. And the federal government said, hey, we're going to make sure everyone's under this umbrella of states, but they can all practice whatever religion they want. And then at the time of Lincoln, he said everything that's under the Constitution, the states have to do it too. That's how he got rid of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do it as well. Then that's when they said, oh, you can't have state religions, the kind of Christianity they want to be. Yet I'm very fine with the concept of everyone can choose what religion they want to be. And that means that, unfortunately, there's no one can set what a religion is. So that means we could call a new religion, call it, Hotepism, and we practice these things, and we get 501c3 or C4 status. I can't remember which one it is. And we get tax benefits and all that type of stuff. And you can't tell us what we can and can't do as regards of a religion that's not violating the rules of a state. Is it a true religion? Is our God the one true God? I don't know. Maybe we're a mixed. Maybe we're Unitarian, where our beliefs make any sense because all gods are the one true God. And it's like, what the heck? What's that? Ironically came out of Puritanism. Those type of things. It's like we can call out something being bad, yet still know that they have their right to do it. Now, where it comes into problem is most of America agrees that the Ten Commandments are a good ruling structure. In fact, liberalism itself is based around the Ten Commandments. Then Blackstone, then Locke, then Thomas Jefferson. Those are baked into our rules, but they're clearly a religious status thing that, most Americans can agree with. Americans are Muslim, Christian, or Jewish, and they come from the same book, the Ten Commandments do. So putting them up on your state property is not a bad thing. It's not something bad to ascribe to. It seems like also realistically speaking, the minimum set of laws that are needed or possible. I mean, steal people and then government steal from people and government get the hell out of the way. It's a pretty minimal set of laws that most Americans can by. But then you have the Satanists saying, well, if you can do that, we can put up our ugly decoration of Satan. And then you've got a Christian coming in and tearing it apart, which is exactly what the LaVeyan Satanists wanted. Their goal is, if it's ugly and it stands, that's great. And if a Christian tears it apart, then it's a news story that we can say, look how hateful and bigoted these Christians are. I don't know what the answer is, except maybe something that Hotep Jesus said on his first meditation, lead with love. That's the only answer that you could possibly make sense. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is ugly. Yes, it's not true, but we love you anyways. No, I'm not sending my kid to your daycare center, but we love you. That's the only option.
So you disagree with the 10K?
With the what? The 10K? Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I don't know anything about what Charlie Kirk is doing, but there's a freedom of religion that has to be respected. That has to be respected if we're going to be in this. The only thing that makes any sense after that is going straight back to the Catholic Church, which is also horrible, and I'm not Catholic. But, because you can't even become, let's go be a part of a great Baptist group. No, there's the organizations around Baptist are all suck. And let's go be a part of a great Calvinist group. No, they all kind of suck too. The only one that's lasted from the beginning that has some sort of governing organizational structure would have to be the Catholic Church, and by extension, the Greek Orthodox, because they believe in the same structure. They just split off.
So what I'm gathering here is that the red whites fell for the troll.
Yes, 100%.
They took the cheese.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
And there's now the red whites are fighting because one's saying freedom of religion, which is true, and one's saying Satanism is ugly and stupid, which is true. It's like you can't hold those two thoughts inside of your head at the same time. Like, that's the problem. And so not only is it a dividing factor to make the red whites look bad to the rest of America, but it's also a dividing factor within the red whites because some people are saying, that's just stupid. All things stupid. And the grifters, especially the ones that can't hold two thoughts in their head like that, like Charlie Kirk, it seems, that they're getting paid and they're screwing it up at the same time.
Thank you for the tweet.
Yeah, so that's my bag on Satanism. It's a troll. It's an op. It's intentional to do that, and they won.
It's a win for Satan.
Yep, it is. It's a win for Satan.
Damn. See, that's why I needed you to call in. Damn, that's wild. Hey, man, appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely, and Hotep and build.
Hotep and build. That's a good point, man. You got to be able to. Tari, call in. Let's talk to Tari, then we're going to go to Rudy. It's a lot of calls a day. Tari, then Rudy. That was an insightful call. That was insightful. It seems like people are mad at this tweet. I just want you to know that this quote is from Jesus himself. Tax collector. If your brother continues to sin even after you brought him into church, treat him like a Gentile and a tax collector. I wonder what Bryson's saying about all of this. Bible rap. Tari, call in, man. Are you about to lose your spot? Where are we? Did he comment on this? I see why I'm going to stay away from certain big some of my mentions when I quote a Bible. Churches will be more empty, and that's why they call it narrow.
Call from
Tari, what's up, man?
What up?
Let's go with him, yo.
Shit. They gotta stop hating on Kanye, man. Let him cook.
Let him cook?
Let him cook. He was talking that shit. You know, he might be on his way to become a Hotep.
Yeah, he getting close.
He almost did it. That's that Hotep rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's that Hotep rage. Yeah, see, you're on the brink. You're coming around. Give us some time.
Mm-hmm.
That I saw that trailer not too long ago myself. Actually, like those things did that.
Oh, that's an old trailer.
Yeah, that magical Negro shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was probably about a month ago or so. I thought.
Okay.
I still low key want to see this shit just because I know it's gonna have some shit in there I'm gonna laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
That's most what I'm looking for. Like, because I know it's gonna piss white people off, but sometimes that shit is what makes me laugh even more. Because I know the reactions that people are gonna have to some of the shit. I'm gonna have similar reactions, but it's gonna be good for some entertainment, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna have some entertainment value.
It is a little fucked up though that you write the story is basically about risking the shit for a white woman. Like, it's crazy.
It's just poor. It's just poor black nationalist filmmaking.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, but I do want to do something like that. Like, I got a ton of movie ideas, story ideas I've been sitting on for a while. I'm about to start getting a couple in motion. I didn't know whether I wanted to start with, like a book or something, like, I don't know, comic or whatever first, or go straight to like, making a little animation.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna just go straight to making a little animation. Or I'm a cameraman originally by trade, so I might try to shoot me something, you know. I'm getting some ideas together, you know. But you know, if Hotep TV ever want to, you know, start working on something, you know, I'm here and I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
Let's get
That's
it.
all I had, though.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Tari was at Hotep Con. He was there. Oh, shit. Descending to Loki with another 10 Hotep Jesus memberships. Welcome to the Grift Report, sponsored by Descending to Loki. Appreciate you, bro. Rudy, call in. Let's talk to Rudy. God knows what Rudy's about to say. So here's the common response. Satanism isn't a religion. It's just a tool that atheist Jews who hate Christianity to insult Christians and litter all over American culture. Get that fuck shit out of here. I mean, I don't know about the Jew part. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. But if you file as a 501c, if you got your 501c, you a religion. Rudy, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing today, man? Happy fucking Distraction Friday.
Salute, man.
Hey, look, salute to you, man. Salute to everyone in the chat. And here I go, man. I'm going up to 30,000 feet. Are y'all ready to take this ride with me? 30,000-foot view. The magical Negroes have the self-hating blue whites jumping up and down about how happy they are to get shit on in a movie. Has the low-brain red whites pissed off because there's some black people talking shit about them in a movie. And it has the low-brain black folks happy as shit that there's another movie that divides us along fucking race lines when it should be class lines and fucking the people versus this tyrannical fucking government line. So congratulations, y'all. I'm 30,000 feet up looking at all y'all like you're stupid. You're all fucking stupid. Second of all, all of that shit, right? That whole process of getting all these people to fight over a stupid-ass movie, there's some Ashkenazi Khazarian reaping in the fucking dollars for it. Just like that Ashkenazi Khazarian running the Daily Wire and his little fucking minions all get paid to divide you fucking more. And you got these Ashkenazi Khazarians like Jonathan Greenblatt fucking sowing division all over the fucking world, man. So just remember, the Ashkenazi Khazarians are pulling your fucking strings and you're falling for it. You're falling for it because they're not Jews. They're Khazarians, dude. Ashkenazi Khazarians.
Are they Khazarians?
And you won. Fuck yeah, dude. Go back
I
and look at
I heard Sam Tripoli get red pilled and he found out they're not actually Khazarians.
Well, they're if you watch some of Sam's deep dives, the Tartarians versus the Khazarians, they were forced to choose and they fucking slipped their way into Judaism. They slipped their way into Judaism because how the fuck is ancient Khazaria is modern day Ukraine and Russia, right? Shapiro. I mean, I love Michael Malice.
It's a region of Kiev, which
so
also happens to be the origin place of the white race.
Hey, all I'm saying is I love Michael Malice, but
you do realize that though, right? Like the same region that the Jews come out of, white folks allegedly come out of.
Hey, I don't care where. I don't care. Listen, man. I know my history. My father has mapped out to the village. Our village my family comes from in Italy, and I am fucking half Irish, and I know that I'm a Celtic, so I could put a Christmas tree in there because my bloodlines run Celtic, and I'm a fucking pagan. So I'll put a Christmas tree in my house because I'm fucking pagan. You know what I'm saying? You want to know who the real Church of Satan is, Taylor? The fucking Pope in Rome. That's where the real Satanist is. That son of a bitch is demon seed, number one. I grew up in that religion, followed it. My grandmothers made me, my Italian grandma, my Irish grandmother, from a single family household. So the Irish grandma would bring me to church, and the Italian grandma would take me home. If I fell asleep, I'd get slapped upside the fucking head so hard. I'd walk that religion, and in 15 years, believing in that religion, and then it pops in the mid-90s. All the priests are fucking boys, and they're moving them all over the place. That's the Church of fucking Satan, dude. They're not weeding out the evil amongst them like the Bible verse that the Nephilim dropped, right? They're not weeding it out. They move them. Bishops and cardinals hide them and move them from place to fucking place, man. So anybody who's a devout Catholic, and I'm saying there's probably my grandmothers were fucking saints. Never sinned a day in their, I mean, they did, but, you know, but they were saints, man. Great, great human beings. But they were fucking fooled by the devil, dude. Because that devil sits in the Vatican, man. That devil sits in the Vatican. Don't be fooled by it, man. Don't be fooled by it. And like Ye was saying, right? Like that whole rant Ye was before he went, like Goldstein said, before he went off the deep end, the Khazarians pulling the strings, man. The Khazarians said, Kanye, you talk shit about us, man. You can't have your money no more. Kanye, you can't put an album out. And those are the same Khazarians putting that movie out trying to distract and divide, distract and divide, distract and divide. Stop falling for it, man. That's like that stupid-ass temple, man. I mean, that stupid-ass thing in Iowa, man. What are y'all doing? What are y'all? Do you either fuck with the Constitution or you don't? And I know it's dead. I know we don't live in a constitutional republic. Nobody says it. They also, the democracy. Two wolves deciding what's for dinner. Two wolves and a sheep deciding what's for dinner. That's democracy, fellas. And you've all been played, man. And like last night, what Unc was saying, oh, this is a warning that this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen, dude. I towed a man last night. I towed a guy from the United States Navy who was sitting in the car. We were talking about all the warplanes. I grew up in Norfolk, largest naval installation in the world. We're talking about warplanes. He was talking about all the years he was working on warplanes, right? And then he hits me with, yo, man, I seen the first fighter drone. I was like, a fighter drone? And I was like a Predator? And he's like, no, a fighter jet drone. A fighter jet drone. Then you got the U.S. military saying, hey, any fucking mentally ill fucking training. This is my opinion, not Hotep Jesus. YouTube, you fucks. They let some mentally ill, I want to be a man, woman with purple fucking hair sitting in a fucking studio in Las Vegas dropping drone bombs. Those are, listen, look at them. Look at who's causing the fucking shit. Look who's out there fucking sitting in traffic. Pink-haired Queers for Palestine motherfuckers making everybody's life miserable because you don't want to listen to them. Because they don't respect shit. Those are the same people that are going to have flying in fucking drones because they grew up playing Modern Warfare, bombing your ass. So like I told Unc last night, don't be scared of it. It's inevitable. Just go out on your fucking feet like a man, people. Go out on your fucking feet like a man. Because when they turn the Apache on you, have you ever seen some video footage of what an Apache helicopter does to a human body? You're not going to feel it, dude. You're going to become pink mist when that 120 millimeter cannon's dumping down on your fucking houses, people. There ain't no point in fearing it. Just don't go out like a bitch, man. Don't fall for their shit. Don't go out like a bitch. Stand 10 toes down and go out with your middle fingers in the air and your fucking, you know what I'm saying, brother.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so tired of divide and conquer, man. I'm so tired of the distractions that people are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Keep listening to Kazarian Ben, man. Keep listening to the Ashkenazi Ben, man. Keep on listening to that dude. The same dude who told y'all, Taylor, the same dude who said, go get a vaccine, you dopes. You're dumb if you don't get a vaccine. That's that guy. That's that guy. Remember that. Go get a vaccine, you dopes. And y'all are paying them $10 a fucking month to listen to his bullshit, dumbasses. Listen to the Hoteps, man. He don't charge you. He works on fucking tips and advice. And if you're fucking watching the Hotep Jesus show, you'll learn so fucking much you're going to want to throw some money that way and support that shit. Fucking dopes. I'm out, man. The vet's pissed off. You got me in the gym bouncing off the fucking walls, man. Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. I'm fucking out, man.
All right, Lil. Enjoy your weekend, man. Any hopes of getting a sponsor for this episode is right out the window. Oh, my God. All right, who been told you about Malay? Mike, call in. Who been told you about Malay?
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Let's see. Jose Vega reports. I don't know who Jose Vega is. I want to. You always got to check the source of this stuff. before you talk about it. Anybody know who Jose Vega is?
Fresh Mike.
Hey, Fresh Mike, what up, man?
How are you, sir?
Good, what's up?
Ho, happy Hotep Friday. Oh, man. Been busy, man. Been blessed. Man, it was funny because I was trying to listen to you yesterday, but I was legit in some hardcore negotiations for a thing I'm doing next year, and I was like, ugh. So I caught the tail end, and I got the tweets. So, man, three things I want to hit on. The first one is that movie, the Obama movie, everybody's calling it, right?
Okay.
I heard you mention it earlier. I just got to watch it a couple days ago. I kind of, 9.5 on the actual filming. A couple things nobody's mentioned. Man, he made callbacks to Alfred Hitchcock. There was a lot of Hitchcock-style stuff, like if you remember The Birds, Film the War stuff. And one of the really cool things he did, I know you mentioned a scene that I didn't even recognize, but like if you remember when the daughter and the father are talking in the driveway and it's that high head shot and you've just got their shoulders and their heads, and then the rest of the frame is, the scenery. Mm-hmm. Or when they're dancing in the basement, listening to the music, and the coloring matches their coloring. It was brilliant. I just thought it was brilliant. Also, the way Ali, they made him act profile, right? So there are huge chunks of this movie where he's only getting to act with half of his face. And he's keeping you interested and involved. And then what that does to the viewer, when you get the full shots of his face, you're like, whoa, and it makes it bigger. When we're so used to CGI and these big, good guy, bad guy explosion stuff. And we're not used to that anymore, where they take a lot of time. It was the
what movie are we talking about?
Leave the World Behind.
You said we only saw half his face. Who is that?
We saw in the profile. There are big shots where there are profile shots where he's acting, but you're only seeing him from a side view.
Who?
Like there's a scene when Ali, Mahishera, I murder his first name, Mahishera Ali.
Oh, you're saying we only saw him from the side view. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So as an actor, it's much more difficult to keep you enthralled and interested in what I'm saying if you're only getting half of my face, right?
I see what you're saying.
So I have to do such a good job of profile acting, right? And then the camera work and the cinematography has to be so good. But then when you do get the full shot of my face, it's a much bigger experience for the watcher, right? Mm-hmm. Direction-wise. So, and there's just a ton of that shit we could talk hours about, but I thought it was brilliant. I also like the ending myself personally, but that's another thing. I feel like, I'll just say it like this. I feel like it was a mirror. And then I'll leave it at this, whether you love the whole thing about the girl in bed saying don't trust white people, that made complete. This is where red whites miss folk, right? This is where red whites lose folk. It made complete sense in the context of her character at that time. There's no doubt. That's like saying, Thanos said he wanted to destroy the world. How dare? It's like this character in this role, right? A wealthy New York young, college girl would feel this way.
Yeah.
And that was, and then
my daughter would say something exactly like that.
It made complete sense.
Yeah.
And the red whites don't even do the context. They're in that very scene. Ali was, I don't want to give it away, man. Whatever. It's been out long enough. He actually, and then she challenged him, right? She's like, then why are you helping? Why are we here? And he's like, because it's the right thing to do. So he clearly disagreed with her own father. And then later, when, the deer are attacking, and she jumps and hugs Julia Roberts and that kind of thing. And I think there was a big point in that movie in that maybe she was supposed to grow. I don't know. I think it was one of those, how they feed white folk in movies some things sometimes. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's very frustrating that they take the one line that has no context, that makes complete sense if you watch the movie, that character would absolutely be saying something like that. It's completely believable. It's not the overarching. If you didn't watch the movie, you think the whole movie was about not trusting white people. Yeah. It's like, that's not true. In fact, the movie was way more white people than I thought before I watched it because of everything I heard. Yeah. I thought it was more of a black people's experience. And anyway, with white people in it versus this movie was a very white people's experience movie. Yeah. I just want everybody to know that. And red folks and conservative folks, don't get caught up in that fucking Tim Pool bullshit. Pardon me, because I no hate for Tim, but just you know what I'm talking about, man. They run their little, they need their clicks, and it's just not anything. It keeps us stupid, right? So, long story short, in that, and If you like the old school film, The War, I saw a couple that in the very first scene, if you watch the very end of the very first scene, there was like a shout out to Quentin Tarantino, the way he shot that zoom on her eyes in super quick and it blurred and then
Wait, that was
real
Quentin
quick.
Tarantino directed that?
No. That was a shout out to him. A lot of this movie, a lot of what directors do is do little things. Like at the end when she's walking down that red hall and it's buzzing, that's Kubrick all day, man. That's Clockwork Orange or whatever. That's a Kubrick thing. That's him giving a little love letter to Kubrick, right? And giving you that feeling. Those close-ups of the little girl, who I feel like that was kind of who we were supposedly seeing the movie through, right? It's like the one person noticing everything ain't right here and not believing anything is the crazy weird one.
Yeah.
Because all of us going, hey, man, shit ain't right. We're the crazy weird ones, right?
Right, yeah.
Anyway, once again, man, I thought that movie was brilliant and had a lot of layers. At the end of that movie, I hadn't felt that way since I watched, like, Pulp Fiction. Like, wow, I just watched something that I don't get to see that often, and somebody took a lot of time to create this and the layers of it.
How'd you like the ending?
I loved it. I loved it. But that's because the whole point of it was to hold up a mirror, right? I don't want to give anything away, but I'll say it like this. It was set up for you to not like it on purpose. It was almost a troll. It was, we've given you the big action. We've given you some big CGI. We've given you this deep, complex thing. You already know where all this is going. Now, there was a scene where, because, Ethan Hawke was a professor, and he was like, I get to write a foreword for my student's book. And he says this, if you pay attention, this is the brilliance of the layers of this movie. There's a line where he goes, she's writing a book about entertainment and how it's an escape and a place of creativity at the same time, and how she puts those two paradoxes together. There's an old saying called amused to death. And it's like, no matter what's going on around us, outside of us and outside of our world, right? As long as we have our security blanket, we're good, right? And we're ignoring everything around us because we're so interested in our security blanket. I think that's what the ending was saying without giving it away. You know what I'm saying?
It was saying what?
We're so interested in our security blanket that the world around us can be burning. And we're so interested and we so are amused to death. We're so interested in our little thing because that's how they got us. That's how they got us, man. You know what I mean?
Interesting, yeah.
I care more about watching Survivor than surviving, bro.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dan, that's
the whole point. Also, my grand point to all of this is when Alex Jones and Barack Obama are telling you the same thing, you should listen. Period. Period. The overarching message of that movie is that that our grid is exposed and easily attacked, and if it does go down, we're all screwed. Alex Jones is screaming they're planning to attack our grids, and if it goes down, Rudy, Goldstein, Strong Dad, you,
CBDC's offline payments
every day. Every day. You know what I mean? And now you got Obama movie saying this. And that's my theory also, is that Obama was connected, so this guy had the time to make this movie. Because if you look at the shots and the angles and the editing, this movie took a lot longer to make than just, a bunch of dudes against the green screen.
Phenomenal job filming this movie.
Well, and that was the thing. It's like, man, you're taking a little time. You're over budget. And he's like, talk to Obama about that, right? And then he gets to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the power of Obama.
Love him or hate him, man, I get it in a entertainment work sort of way. But anyway, yeah, man, that's the thing. Every week, that movie that Obama was a part of is saying the same shit as Alex Jones, is saying the same shit as the Hotep Nation, and everybody is still not buying water and oil and bullets and land. I don't. Anyway, man. So that was just my quick take on that movie, man. I wanted to talk to you about that because I appreciate you saying, as far as art and filming, 9-5 all day. So once again, I like the ending in that I think it was very seldom do you get something that the whole point of it is to hold a mirror up to yourself.
I get the ending. I'm just greedy, man. I wanted that. I wanted more. You know what I mean? I'm just greedy.
Right.
I wanted to see the action.
Right. We'll see. But then one could say at the end, it just becomes a fight for resources. And like, how long is that going to take? Where do you really go with that? You know what I mean? Like,
I also saw it as an ad for doomsday preppers and all types of companies of the sort.
I see that. I think it's set up for a trilogy. That's what I think.
It's got to be a trilogy.
I think it's going to be a trilogy, and at the end, Ali's going to be like, he's going to be like just shredded with a gun. He's going to be like the Black Rick from Walking Dead by the third movie.
No, that's fire. That would be so fire.
Speaking of fire, man, I wanted to drop something on you. We'll put it on recording now, man. Let's do a crazy comedy, situational comedy, right? Here's the thing about it. It's called Leave It to Brother, right?
Okay. Leave It to Brother.
And it's about a black supremacist family, but they have a MAGA son, right? And he's black, MAGA, hardcore, but his family is like, super, you know what I mean? Like super hardcore black power. Yeah. And that's just a situational comedy. And they live in a white neighborhood, of course. That and boom, you know what I mean? So you have white, wacky
We got to throw in the hypocrisy of them too, like Code Switch Network.
Right.
Yeah.
And how the deeper you get into any one ideology, they start to cross paths. And, the horseshoe that you just showed. I think that would be hilarious. There's so much comedy there in one of those, like, subversive, honest way. Yeah, man. So, and you call it Leave It to Brother, you know?
Leave It to Brother.
Because they're all like, they're all these white folk, man. And then he's like, MAGA, Trump 2024. And they're like, Leave It to Brother. Wah, wah.
That'd be fire. I'm definitely down for that.
Imagine the episode where he brings a white woman to dinner. You know what I mean?
Right. I was just thinking that. Insane.
So, for sure, man. So, also, the last serious note, man, was Tucker Carlson the other night was talking, and he said he doesn't believe there's going to be an official switch to a CBDC because there doesn't need to be one, right?
Who said that?
It's not like they're going to Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
And he just said, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong. You know what I mean? Of all the folks that are going to have good insight, right? You're the dude. Which my side note is how lucky is it to be able to talk to you about this stuff, right? Like a normal guy, and take your time. Thank you. But past that, he thinks that basically we're already going cashless in so many ways. It was actually a Jimmy Dore interview with Tucker Carlson, which was, cool because he held him to the wall on some, things like living wage and stuff and, how they feel differently about that. However, he said there doesn't need to be CBDC. They're going to slowly just remove cash from the system, and your bank then becomes taken over by the government because they're all insured by FDIC anyway. And in those contracts, they can kind of take them over if they show them insolvent. And if they say you're insolvent because you don't have CBDC unless we give it to you, that means the banks just become an arm of the federal government. And the switch just kind of happens and we don't realize it evolves into that versus a hard switch. And I wondered your thought on that.
Definitely plausible. I've heard that argument before. And people said, CBDC is already here and we're already digital, et cetera, et cetera. So he's not wrong. It's just that it's not programmable money at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
And cash still holds a lot of value. So in the brown and black markets. Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Also, man, it was so good hearing Rudy, man. Like, believe it or not, man. Thank you, Rudy, for calling in and being honest. I know you were angry, but thank you for talking about the distractions and the silliness and how, man, they got us playing against each other. You know what I'm saying? So, also, man, I just wanted to say that movie, The Magical Negro, that is your Lady Ballers. So welcome to it, okay?
Oh, man. That's exactly what that is.
We have some whack-ass mofos repping us in comedy, so welcome to the party, man. Let's all have a smoke and talk about it. You know?
Hell yeah. Oh, my God. I appreciate the call, bro.
Hotep is for the children. Hotep and Build. Love you all. Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, you
Bye-bye.
too. Hold on. So, AK's calling in next. Javier Milei, the new president of Argentina, has issued a bone-chilling new directive. Every single line is absolutely crazy. Here's my translation of every line in this document. Line 11 is absolutely wild. Now, this is Jose Vega. His name's Jose Vega, so I trust him to be able to translate this. And I checked out Jose Vega's account here, and he seems like somebody's a libertarian, right? He's talking about censorship against Julian Assange, Tucker Carlson, Russiagate, and all these other things. So definitely trusted individual, I believe, so far.
AK.
AK on the line. Hold on a second, AK. So I'm gonna read this after we talk to AK, but this is kind of wild. New update from Javier Malay. Hey, AK, what's up, man?
What up, man?
What's good with him?
Man, good show. A lot of good points actually already brought up by a lot of folks. I did kind of have a take on the I guess I can't remember what it's called, but the Obama executively produced movie. So I guess my take is that sometimes the left, not sometimes, a lot of times, like when they create their art, they're pushing really hard to convey a message. Like they intentionally want to push the audience in a certain way. Like good art, it's like you might have what inspires you, but at the end of the day, art is all based off of the person that's interpreting it, right? Like you could listen to a song and have a completely different feeling than I could have, right? But that artistry still spoke to us. And I think that sometimes some of these directors or, playwrights, like they might be trying to overtly push a specific message, but because of their, I guess, inability to calculate everything, it comes off differently. And so my way of actually viewing that movie wasn't that, like, we need to do more woke shit or whatever, right?
What my takeaway was is that this is actually a call to action that, like, doing the racial identitarian thing is actually what's going to fuck us. And that was my takeaway, right? It's like, I know that they're trying to say, like, oh, look at all the red whites, they're just racist and conspiratorial, and that's why we're going to be at odds. But it's like, well, actually, if we stop being so identitarian from the woke perspective of, like, we're all like one fucking glob of people, that's actually anti-human. Like, you can't force people together. What you can do is say, hey, you got your beliefs, I got my beliefs, but let's break bread, right?
Yeah.
Like, whatever that breaking of bread is, that's the thing that connects us. But we still keep our own identity. And wokeness says, oh, like, basically blur all the identities and, like, find your little group, and then we're going to force you together. That's actually against human nature. So, like, that's what I took from it, is, like, this is a warning that if, like, this idea of having no identity actually takes control, the outcome is people fucking hate each other to the point that they would rather kill some other person that they view as an outgroup in their own country or go and attack them instead of banding together to fight against another country. So that's what I think they actually, like, that's the real message that I got from it. So I'm like, yo, like, if you kind of see it from that perspective, that's actually what it's saying, man. Like, what the Marxists are trying to do is counter to human nature, and it actually makes us more divided.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man, I wanted to throw out that piece. I just think that people need to have that understanding that, like, having an identity that you can be proud of, that makes you, honestly, like, understand your own agency in the world, like control of yourself and your own actions, that gives you so much more freedom to be like, okay, now here's the motherfuckers that I want to associate with. Right. And so it's like, you don't have to be what you're not, like that's not what the goal is. It's just be what you are, be proud of what you are, and then find ways to associate where you say, yep, hey, you got your thing, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing, but we're going to break bread together on these larger ideas and values. So that was kind of my takeaway from that. Now, I got to say, man, this Magic Negro shit, I was like, okay, I could see this going in a good way. That, like, if the magic that they have, right, is to be able to keep white people happy, what if there was, like, and if you fail, then you have to fight, like, the white devil? Like, that'd actually make it funny. And that's actually why you have magic, is to fight the white devil. Now that might be a little bit too hardcore, but then you could have, like, white people that have to do something and they have to fight, like, some black devil. Like, you could actually play with it in a way that can speak to, like, a larger societal thing, but instead they turn it into this
oh, this is going to make like white leftists feel good. Like, yeah, like, you know, this is what we've turned black people into. Like, these motherfuckers had to develop magic just to keep us crazy white, you know, devils at bay. And it's tragic, man, because it just buys into that mindset that somehow everything that black people do is about white people.
Right.
Like, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're actually saying, is that everything that black people do is all to placate fucking white people.
Right.
And again, that just drives more animosity. Listen, the last thing any black man wants is for a white man to take care of him. The last thing any white man wants is for a black man to take care of him. The last thing any man wants is for another man to take care of them. All right. Like, we want to take care of ourselves. Give me the tools and the ability to do that. No one wants to be taken care of or fucking coddled or treated like a child. Right. You know, that's not men. Women, sure. Women, you know, want a protector. You know, they want to have that security so they can, you know, take care of their families and stuff like that, but not men. So the idea that you have all these men in this, like, if it was going to be true, it would be a bunch of black women. All right.
Shots fired.
Oh shit. That's all I got, man. I know you went extra long today. Pause.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I appreciate you taking all these calls, man.
Hey, appreciate
and shout
you,
out to Tanya. She was super cool to talk to at Hotep Con. So yeah.
Word. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
Later.
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. AK on the check-in. Jonah want to talk about Jews and Satanism. I'm closing the chat. Jonah, you got to call me Monday, man. I went to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. this morning. Anyway, I want to cover this story really fast before I get out of here. Then I'm going to take a nap. Federal agencies have the authority to intervene. This is Malay. Now, Malay has put some new directives out. Federal agencies have the authority to intervene in protests, picket signs, or blockades. The law is impartial. It must be enforced without exception. Now, if I checked here, according to Buenos Aires, it says Argentina's federal forces will intervene in any protests or street blockades conducted without a permit. Authorities will use minimum force and escalate it depending on the resistance they face until the streets are cleared, she told reporters Thursday afternoon. The law is not obeyed in part, the law is obeyed in full. Okay, let's go back. Federal forces are not required to have judicial oversight for their actions. Wow. Forces are not obligated to consider alternative entrances or pathways if the main path is blocked. Their duty is to clear it. This action continues until the flow of traffic is fully restored. To carry out these acts, forces will use the minimum necessary force, which is sufficient and proportional to the situation they are addressing. Instigators or organizers of the protest will be identified. Vehicles used in the protest will be identified and subjected to citations or penalties. Data of the instigators, accomplices, participants, and organizers will be transmitted to the authorities through appropriate channels. Number 9, notices will be sent to the judge in cases of damage such as burning flags. In cases involving minors, relevant authorities will be notified, and the guardians of these youths will be who bring them to these demonstrations will face sanctions and punishment. Number 11, the costs incurred by security operations will be borne. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Will be borne by the responsible organizations or individuals. In cases involving foreigners with provisional residency, information will be forwarded to the National Directorate of Immigration. Wait, what? Why did he say that was bad? What did he say? He said line 11 is absolutely wild. Why is that wild? That's usually the standard, at least here in America. Number 12, a registry will be created for organizations that participate in these types of actions. Feel free to share in your social media channels. I wonder what the comments are saying, because I don't know. He said, Austin says, doesn't seem like a very libertarian thing to do. Clearing roads that are blocked is acceptable, but this appears to go way beyond that. Totally agree. Creating a national registry to log who's doing these things and then sanctioning them. This is a total crackdown on any type of protest. Seems like they're only cracking down on protests that block traffic. It seems reasonable to me. I agree this could be too hard on people on the left. I don't know, man. I think I want to come back to is it right or wrong in a second, but this is the story I saw the other day. Let's just click the CNN link. Who cares? Argentina peso Argentina to devalue the peso over 50% as part of emergency economic reforms. Don't quite understand the logic behind that. I haven't had a chance to sit down and fully understand this. Why devaluing your currency would be a thing to do. Campaigned on a pledge to get rid of the peso and replace it with the dollar. The peso has been artificially supported for years. Value has plunged 52% this year against the dollar. Argentina will devalue the peso by more than 50% as part of emergency measures to help the nation's struggling economy. Country's economy. You devalue your currency. How does that help your economy? Maybe devalue doesn't mean what I think it means. Maybe devalue means slashing the amount of currency that exists in the market. It's debt-based? Okay, yeah. Okay, right. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, yeah. Okay, so he's slashing import-export, red flag, import-export, red flag. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking that means. He's like taking some peso off of the market. Okay. Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. That makes sense. Okay. Let's go back here. So look at this right here, this tweet right here from this guy named Dave, right? This is the part I've been bugging about. Says 50 cents is now 75 cents. Okay, dope. All right, so that's not a bad idea. Okay, cool. Got you. Wild that so many big name libertarian conservative accounts praise this guy. Didn't they realize we still exist in the same corporate corrupt system with compromised telecoms? Yeah, I had a big argument with one of those big libertarian guys. Well, it wasn't a big argument. We had a little bit of a back and forth in one of my threads about Malay, and he's like, oh, whatever. And yeah, so libertarians like got behind Malay, and I was looking at some of the things he was talking about beforehand. I wasn't really too much of a fan, especially when he said dollarization. I'm like, so you hate central banks, but you want the United States dollar. I don't know how to make sense of that. So this person says he doesn't agree with a lot of the protocols, but I understand it can relate to the sentiment, especially if people doing it are paid actors. So they're saying, the libertarians here are saying, this is why libertarians must think beyond what groupthink. It's one of the reasons I myself am a libertarian. The rule of think for yourself and analyze the world for what it is, not what it ought to be applied. All right. I want to read a few more quotes and I'll tell you my opinion on this. This person says he knows the status and status quo defenders will try everything to stop the reforms he was elected to enact. Cry more. And this person says it's important to remember global organizations with massive finances are clearly instigating public disruption in an effort to divide us. Scary times indeed. All right, yeah. So my initial reactions where I saw this and I go, aha, Hotep's been told you about Malay, right? And I want to just go ahead and take credit. Unfortunately, I don't think this is one of those instances where I can criticize Malay. I want to say these rules, first thing that comes to my mind, I'm like, oh, is this communist? You know? But as much as I hate protesters, and they did specify without a permit, although I don't know, you know, the ideological arguments behind needing a permit to protest, and is that an infringement on, you know, the First Amendment? And I know this isn't America, but, you know, we look at things from our Constitution, and I don't know about all of that. Like this, let's set that aside. I'm reading this and I go, all right, so he's right? Like creating the database. Okay, maybe, but I'm thinking about our protesters, okay? And the shit that they do, right? They go and they stop traffic and all of this type of shit, you know, over whatever the fuck they're pissed at that day. And the authoritarian in me says round their asses up and lock them up. And keep a motherfucking database. I want to know who is this person, and so we could keep an eye on these motherfuckers until later, right? But I think like a dictator, so, you know, devalue your currency and then pay less than you owe. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. Interesting economic tactic. I like that. South America got them Dolph boys making moves. Yeah. Thank you, Dennis. So yeah, I want to jump in and say, yo, Hotep's been told you Malay is a commie, but this ain't it. This looks like, you know, him trying to put a clamp on the leftists. And if his leftists are anything like ours, fuck it, right? Fuck them. Lock their asses up. Fine their asses. You brought a minor here. We want to know about that too. Call their parents. And we giving you a fine for that too. Yeah, number 12 right here. A registry of all organizations that participate. Yeah, we need to keep a log of these motherfuckers, man. Is this Open Society and George Soros? Who is this? We need to know. Now, could this be leaning towards the side of authoritarian? Maybe. It's definitely, you know. But again, like Thomas Sowell, man, there's no solutions, only trade-offs. So, yeah, I can't rock with Jose on this. I want to. I would love to have a conversation with Jose and argue with him just to pull out his line of thinking a bit. Not to argue, you know, just for the sake of arguing, but really to extrapolate what it is that he's thinking here. But yeah, I gotta give it to Malay. I think this might be a good move. And I'm gonna tweet that now. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that now. Let's go back and let me go ahead and I'll tweet that. I'm gonna tell him exactly how I feel. How do you do this? Like this? Okay, here we go. As one who is hypercritical of Malay, I can't say for certain that these latest actions by his admin are, what did I want to say? Hold on. As one who is hypercritical of Malay, I'm Malay, comma. I'm sorry, I gotta get my grammar right. I can't say for certain that these latest actions by his admin are necessarily bad, all right? Especially if they're leftist protesters are anything like the ones we have in the USA. Yeah, and I want to rock with Jose. As one who was hypercritical of Malay, I can't say for certain that these latest actions by us have been are necessarily bad, especially if the leftist protests are anything like the ones we have in the USA. Let me just go ahead and tweet that out. You know, like I said, I'm gonna call shit down the middle, yo. I'm gonna call shit down the middle. You know, I'm waiting for Malay to fuck up. I'm waiting for him, but I don't think this is a fuck up. I really don't. Anyway, thank you for watching the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. See you Monday, man. Hotep and Bill. Don't forget to go to menofwater.com. Go get your brain supplements. All right? Hotep and Bill.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.